Net's closing in a little here. They need a couple of these kills to come in soon. That's going to really help out. That opens up half the map so the Plant can come in. And now Oscar... there's no good choice to be made here, is there, really?
There it is. So the AK is in the hands of Electronic and Simple. Simple gets the last one, but Electronic had 2 good kills based off of the space that was made by his players who had the lesser weaponry, right? Flamey making it out to Tetris, giving a chance for Electronic to swing out and get a kill. And that's what we're talking about. They're using... It's not the way that, okay, we all have the guns, we all have our jobs. If we all get a kill, we win the round, right? It's no, we have a clear objective. We'll set up the players who have the weapons to frag on out and the ability to do so. And then when we close and we break the money and we put Ago in a position where it's like, we probably have to save right now, but hold on a second. It will be the buy across the board. So Fiku will be the only individual who won't have a gun. Groupie's already purchased into the M4A1S. You're going to see Ferlin, Skyrush, and MHL be able to buy. MHL can go for the AWP. 17 for Groovy and Fiku. They've been ticking along nicely, haven't they?
Have you seen Fiku's ADR, by the way?
It's pretty nutty. He's keeping up.
Negative? it's actually quite weird to see.
Wow, 181. Goodness.
Very impressive. Well made, though. By now looking substantially better for Na'Vi, recovering after that, bit of a, I don't say a fumble, but, dying after time and all that jazz was a little bit of a problem for the money. But now back in the right place, they get the rifles up, the util up, and on the other side, it's still looking quite anemic when it comes to the purchase, the util. There's not much more to it.
Oh, yeah, they'll have to do something aggressive, and you can see they're posturing for something here into Simple Swarm Embrace. And they do manage to best him. That's going to deny a lot of space to the Na'Vi boys, and they can actually just set up... Is that even a deep smoke? Yes, it is. Wow, okay, so this is going to really slow down the round. Strap yourselves in for a 20-second Na'Vi finish here.
If he could get that rifle back towards one of his teammates, Fiku could really use it, but it's not priority right now. They're just setting up across that. Fiku's boosted towards the B site, going to use that to the best visibility, and the Skyrush just kept on nose towards the back of the site.
Fiku's boost could have huge play potential here now.
Hard to clear.
Boom. Just get traded by Perfecto. Numbers favouring Echo. And now Electronic continues to tip the scales back in their favour. Still, a 3 versus 2. Flamey to plant. Molotov to buy some time. And doesn't get the shot on the cross. A nice jump from Flamey, enabling access to the site. 40 seconds. Furlong working up short late. Will be MHL trying to contain them for now. And they are pausing this. They know that that plant will not be easy. A safe corner plant on the cards here from Flame, but they want to aggress. Oh, this could be great, but MHL smart. He checked it, they charge in. It's Groovy's job, and it's a nasty one of that. He needs to get one. No, MHL does get found by Flamey, and so Furlan to clutch. And Flamey, is he really going for the pivot?
Oh, he's off.
What's going to be in the line of sight here?
The cross, this is going to be it. If Furlan hits it, it's all but done, but Flamey knows, but Furlan lands it. My word, we have got a bit of a game on our hands.
12-9 now. That was well done by Ago. Especially that flank coming in from Furlan. It locked them in towards the kitchen position once they were spotted from MHL. The ability to surprise was taken away, and these lower buys, the forced in purchases from both teams in back-to-back rounds, have netted success. So he's going to be a bit upset about how that one unfolded. Thought he had his number, thought he had been able to juke him across the map here. But it will be the forced buy, and Simple has the AK-47 again. Got some MAC-10s, Tech-9s. The other side of things, the Scout, 2 MP9s. So this is another equal buy. It's not a full buy, but it's a pretty equal round.
And away we go. Oscar dropping that smoke to play around, and that needs to be a clean one. That was a lot of util squandered. Oscar-ish on the MP9 beats Simple's AK. Oh, he's in a lot of trouble with his Scout, and he does get away for a moment. Bomb will be planted in the meantime. And this retake is coming in from different angles, all 3 different points of contact. The fact MHL's fallen so far back is indicative that he won't be providing much more than a flashbang and some sound. Kit on Fiku. Crucial round of play here, 13-9. Sounds a lot scarier than 12-10. Groovy takes the right step in the right direction. Fiku could go down here. He has. Electronic hunts them, and that concludes another round of play. 13 now for Na'Vi. 3 away and putting the CTs back onto the peasant situation. 1600 at the low end. Wow, it was a very quick find onto the head, making it look easy to collect that round.
31 now for Simple. Really chugging along here. starting to find some more impact from Boomich within the second half. He has 11 kills to his name, but he's had a couple of big ones in the last few. And just with the waterfall out window, look at it, isn't it beautiful? Just buffing out one after the other. Very tranquil looking side for any eco hunters, any eco cobras out there. This is their dream. They wake up in the morning and they see 5 CTs jumping out of mid-window and they're very happy. As round 14 is posted on the board, and it looks like this one might be stitching itself up quickly because going into round 24, the side of things from Ago don't have a fantastic buy. They've done more with less, but with the Famas out, it tends to make you play like more like a regular gun round. Less risks will be taken, less of those cheeky little Fiku boosts on that B-bomb site, for example. They have been enjoying some city aggression. We've seen a Palace push with 2 individuals and an A-ramp push with 2 individuals. Let's see if they have anything up their sleeve here.
Erlen likes how much space he got on that fast push up mid, and the flash forces Boomich into the open, which he can convert. Big plays, and look how much space he wants to deny here. Electronic catches him, but Farlan equips the rifle in time. That is ridiculous. Just like that, he looked like he was caught out. He had his pants around his ankles and still finds 3.
Just accelerated. He just went straight on in. That's giving it 110% right there. And Flaming and Simple, it's going to be difficult to dig themselves out of this hole.
How the hell are they going to do this? Good lord. All right, Simple. Show us a little bit of that magic if you want a shot at this one. Flamey is en route, but that's a start. Not too low on HP either. That's another one, but 3 HP now. Ruby surely got that. Doesn't get caught by the flash tucks in. Keeps himself unspotted. Number down.
He jumps up. Oh, he tried.
We saw him now.
They see it. Oh my god, Simple's got 3 HP and he's got 3 kills. This was a, what, 2v5?
It was. Past tense. Surely Simple doesn't get another one. He's so low. Anything could kill him. 35 frags, 8 bullets in the mag. Oh, Ruby's going to be real mad if they lose this round. He was in such a prime position to frag. Fern with a flash from CT. Makes sense. No one's looking though. Oh, and Flamey can convert it. Furlong on low HP. Yeah, here we go. It's 1 with 4, 1 with 3. A fresh mag, no time. He's got a save. Simple. Brings home the 15th.
Oh no, Furlong started that with 3 kills, now he's forced to have to save. That is, that really, really hurts. You would have felt that he's done enough.
He saves on 1 HP from the explosion as well. Just
style points.
Just for the extra style points. Let me see this one again. So this is Furlong's spectacular start. You can see it from Electronic's POV. He had a bit of time.
It's the second I'm amazed at, the adjustment on it.
Oh dear. Bailed out by the big man.
Yeah, legit. Legit bailed out. It was supposed to be an aggro round, but Simple, no worries. No worries at all.
Must be nice having Simple on your team.
Yeah.
Must be lovely. Lose 3. All right, Simple, you got under 10 HP. Get going. We do see the mid push again. This time, Fiku's trying it out. Boomich on the other side, though, seems a little bit more aware. Flash comes in. Fiku wins it. Can't convert towards a second. 1-for-1 trade out to begin with.
It's nice to have him on your team, but I think I'd struggle with being called a noob when I failed, you know? Stop dying like noobs. I have flush all the time.
Just don't die like a noob.
Just don't die like a noob. I was watching his stream the other day. That was his feedback to his team often. Stop dying like noobs. Like, oh, thanks for the feedback, bro. That's really constructive. I'll work on that. Cheers, mate. I understand that you see the game in this way, but not everyone does.
He is in the Matrix, isn't he?
Yeah, exactly.
Absolute
He's seeing
galaxy
just
brain.
green numbers and letters. Stop dying like noob. Skrish will be forced out.
There's a lot of pressure on this. Oh, okay. I was going to say to contain the push, but now it's trouble.
Yeah, this looks like the round might end. The map might be concluding here. Only a scout from HL. He's had a bit of a quiet one as well. Navi proving just a little too much to handle and putting Simple up on that boost. It's a nice off angle to contain. Group is so late. They don't have kits. Yeah, this one is over. Just a question of whether or not Perfecto gets his 4th kill or if it's Simple's going to take it from him. Here comes Groovy. Loud and proud. And down. 16-9. Navi is taking HEO's map pick, and it certainly does look poised for the Navi 2-0, heading into their domain of Nuke next. thick it is, the Polish newbies, and they're coming in hot, actually, with some good conversions of our analyst desk. Chad's certainly seeing some glimmers of hope on their attack. It didn't quite translate and manifest. It was a couple of those clutch situations, all tipping in Na'Vi's favour. Pansy, of course, alongside Ryder as well. Chadney, how you want to start this one off?
I'm just looking at like the more detailed stats of the game, right? And Ago had 17 opening kills to 8 of Na'Vi's. They won 3 1vx situations where Na'Vi only won 1 1vx situation. And then I guess we can quantify it with one man, one moment. Well, no, it wasn't just him, right? Flamey, Electronic, and Perfecto were all higher rated than the rest of the players on the side of things from Ago, but Simple was a beast, right? You just have to look at the numbers on your screen right here. 36 in what? A 16-9 victory?
Yep.
That's pretty nice to see right there. You have, look,
5 rounds, 36 kills.
140 ADR, right? 148. That means average damage per round. He's getting more than a kill and a half. Well, he's getting almost a kill and a half every single round. That's a lot of impact, right? And we get highlights on screen here. This is great. I didn't have this many good kills in my entire career. Simple gets this within one game.
Yeah, the frag movie for you as he does lock down the B apartments on his Deagle. He was rocking around with the AWP. And a very high-sense gamer as well, Lauren. I did a little experiment. I was interested. You know when we were faffing around and I was doing my RPK cosplay? I also did the Simple Crosshair, Simple Sense.
Okay.
Jeez Louise, it's like double mine. He's a wrist gamer. And so that extra precision he's managed to manifest is entirely down to...
Wait, what sense does he have?
So he has 400 DPI, 3 cents.
Okay.
It's pretty much the same as yours, though.
It's like, well, I'm on 1.25, but on 800, but that is a significant bump. It's like 1.6 for us. 1.6 on 800.
Is that all through that map?
That was me doing good.
You gotta go a little bit of searching,
cool.
a little bit. Yeah, if you could do the sensitivity and stuff.
You shoot on his crosshair and it does like DPIX and just gives me the info.
It might be possible.
It'd be cool.
Maybe we'll see if we can find out.
Look how stupid that number looks in comparison to everyone else. It just stands out like a sore thumb. They caught me on my walk.
It's just standing out like a sore thumb as well there. But I want to jump into one of those strats I was breaking down, right?
Please.
So if we can jump into the telestrator, guys, this is more of an educational piece. This isn't necessarily anything that was a game changer in the game. It was just something that I thought was cool coming out from the Ego guys. Now, when I remember playing against them back in the day or watching them when they were E-Battle and Groovies on the roster, they had all these cool smokes. So we're going to highlight another one here, and this is one I mentioned within the stages of the first half. So let's take a little bit of a gander. Freeze time's coming on down, and I want just to note a couple of things here with the normal AX cube. Sorry, freeze time's quite long. It's going to move.
Okay, can we full screen it?
It is full screen. I promise you it's going to come your way in a second. Here we go. So it's moving now. That just took a little bit longer than expected. Okay, so Groovy back here. We're going to know where his smoke goes. It's quite important to take a look with this one because it's what I was talking about in the server. His smoke is about to land here deeper on the stairs, and you can see there's smoke that's going to land in connection with that. Now, as we push forward, you can see they're here onto the side. They're pushing through. They're fighting towards Boomage, but they want to obscure the vision of jungle. Now I'm going to pause it, and this is what I wanted to show you. So we have the smoke deeper on the stairs, and we have this one here, the normal smoke, the wall smoke. But you would normally see on top, right? So what this has allowed Skyrush to do is jump on over, and he can actually look over the smoke wall to cover off jungle. So it's meant to be a bit of a surprise. It's meant to catch them off guard. And also what happens here is the CTs, if they wanted to go to the stairs position, they'd be coming out of a grey screen to peek up, giving the players in the site an advantage when taking that duel. So we can just continue it forward a little bit more to give you a better look of the angle. You see him, he's pivoted over the top. Unfortunately for him, he just loses the duel. So it could have been good. It wasn't. I just wanted to show you that little detail. I thought it was a cool one because it's a variation to the executes that we
I mean, and there's always a kind of a very cool element of the idea of toying with your opponent's expectations. That Skybox was, of course, brought to you by America's Navy. But what was interesting to me is that, you know, all you have to do is miss a smoke. How many teams have we seen? Do you remember we had that conversation? Lauren, you missed it, but there was
window smoke,
yeah,
right?
we were watching a game and they kept missing window smokes, and there was like this whole conversation of is this deliberate? Are they hoping that this will draw CTs into a setup that they can then punish? And like, you know, there is this new level in 2020 of Counter-Strike where people are trying to play with the expectations of their opponent.
Well, I love the way that you guys mentioned, you know, the bad flash into the good flash, right? It's
Exactly.
It's a really good example of it. So I do like seeing the evolution. How much now is in those fine details?
Yeah, and the details continue on Nuke. We're going to take a break, but when we come back, ESL Pro League, whatever the hell day it is, continues. Na'Vi up against AGO, heading into Nuke.
Your destiny, slay your enemy, raise a legacy. start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Snix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always, always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, or I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Euronics, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, GGBet, and America's Navy.
to Nuke. Oh, I thought there'd be something else. I was sitting down. You caught me. Whoopsie daisy. Oh well. We're getting into it. And Chad, you've only got about 30 seconds. That's fine. That's excited for Nuke. Can you do it?
Well, it's a punish pick coming out from the side of Na'Vi here because Ago have lost their 5 last Nuke showings in a row. Not great stuff, but their most recent was a 1917 loss to Heroic. So maybe there's a glimmer of hope getting into this one here, but if they don't, it's 2-0. We'll go sit in the sun a bit and chill out before the second series of the day.
All right, let's get into it. AGO, combination of the older Nude from Poland, trying to keep Poland on the counter-strike map and straight into that top side. Ruby's going to have a lot to deal with. Furlan, oh, they're both getting their shots. It's Electronic to claw one back for Na'Vi, but the man advantage is squandered thanks to Simple on his block. Unarmored this time, and now the shots keep going back and forth. MHL and Fiku in a prime position, though. The bomb's yet to be planted. And just for once,
match.
Simple is the one to drop the P250, or maybe it was the nades, but no armor for him. Neither has Electronic. He saved $700 with his frag. Added onto the tally. And that's the end of that. Good work, Fiku. Converting it. MHL on the defuse. I didn't get a chance to really look at the buy because they were already rushing in, but I was a bit confused by some of those things there, Chad. It looked like Simple didn't have armor, needed Electronic. Did they go heavy?
They were the two throwing the utility, I believe. It could have been a spawn-based pistol if they wanted to get the players out hut and as quickly as possible. You get the players who are spawning towards the back to throw the utility. We jumped into it just as we were exiting hut, so Hunter completely deciphered everything that was going on down with that one right there. And I haven't joined Skybox yet, so I can't even.
You do
look at
that.
Exactly.
Do your thing, because we've got a hero.
When was it the Russian buy? Wasn't that what it used to be called? Am I misremembering? I swear it used to be once upon a time. Simple though. Let's see what he can do. I mean, he had a belting game. Why not put him on the pedestal for now and see if he can maybe provide you a little something? But there's a plenty of rifle on the other side though, so it's not going to be a comfy one for him to get around.
Certainly not. Do a quick check-in on the yard position. You'll notice Flamey's going to be deploying his smoke to try and cover off that main angle. Enable a bit of a walk-up. Simple does reveal the AK. Fiku panicking, descending. MHL to cover the rotate to heaven. Fiku breaking both of the windows as well. So it's a clear sound cue with the rotate back.
Simple has to act like a crowbar here. He needs to go out and find a kill to open an avenue. And as we can see, the turtling up of Ago, they're playing very passively
too. That's good info. Oscarish could be in jeopardy if he doesn't finish off Flamey cleanly, and there he is. A little bit of a backflip. MHL onto Simple, though. That's the hero AK down. Should be where the round wraps up.
This is it, right? Nicely done, and I like that Argo kind of postured for this. As soon as that AK was heard, it became very apparent they were aware of this. There goes the bomb. This has been nicely played out by the Polish squad. Keeping it safe, keeping it simple. Nothing too fancy, nothing too crazy. Didn't get baited in. Obviously, the loss of life through the kind of hut wall bang comes down.
Yeah, that was about it.
It is what it is, right? That one you can just kind of post away, no problem. Did they recover the AK, though?
No, they didn't. It was down towards ramps. They weren't able to grab that one, but we will see the buy come through from Na'Vi. And this is what I've talked about, Lauren, where I talk, like Na'Vi being so aggressive with their buys. Because they had that AK, they went for damage. They were unable to get a lot done. But they've left themselves enough residual cash across all the other members to go for a gun round yet again. So Simple was dropped an AK there. He'll be able to buy his own going forward. And you can see right here, Simple with the head armor and the AK-47. Electronic with one as well. Perfecto with the third in the mix. We've introduced me down to that Deagle and the Galil for Flames. So not a lot of utility to work with, so it comes down to just making the most of what they've got and then looking and searching for those frags. There's 3 players on the floor of the top side. The boost over towards ramp to get Fiku up and over. And with 3 smokes, Flamey was holding on to the third smoke. Stipples picked it up. There you go. He's that one for free. They still have a Molotov and a bunch of flashes left, but that is not the way you would have wanted to be starting this round if you are on the side of things for Na'Vi. They've been able to scavenge that rifle as well, so everybody now has the goodies they need. Looks like they're setting up for the L-frame set of smokes here. Image Simple Electronic letting them fly.
Which is Oscarish on task at the moment to ensure safety here, but vision has been depleted, it has been removed, it has been taken away, and what do we have left? No smokes left for the T's, but their approach looks like ramp again is going to be the final destination. And Pico this time adjusted spot, sitting up on that boost posted there earlier. Now the flashes come through, no pressure. MHL showing a little, almost baiting in the play. This could be quite nice.
Yeah.
They did jump check a little on it, trying to make their way through. Boomich, they're being held up. This is beautiful work buying time.
Yeah, I love the whole teamwork aspect of that. The bait from MHL comes in to finish off the job. Fico doing so well to deal with two players trying to knock him off his perch. The boost in ramp converts another round for AGO here on the CT side of Nuke. With only 20 seconds, electronics options on, well, none. He will be happy to collect a frag. That's MHL confirming he's still in the warehouse. And the CTs, you can see, just taking all of that lobby. Not interested in losing any additional rifles. They'll happily let Electronic bring $350 and an AK into the next.
It's going to be $2,900 as the loss bonus right here for Na'Vi going into round number 4. So I would like to see them potentially go for a half buy, knowing they get the full 3,400 max loss bonus in round 5. What we could see here is a bit of a pop towards the top side. They could just do quick secret smokes off the bat and get as many players down as they can. Obviously, Electronic is the key to the round. He will have the biggest gun, the scariest gun. As the fist bumps come on in, there was bananas on the desk.
Hashtag worth checking out there. I was going to try and say it. Don't know why I even started saying it.
I didn't see it.
You didn't? It was in Cyrillic. So
I'll keep my eyes out for it next time.
if you can get that one. Groupie's going for an audacious little play.
It's a different smoke wall. He's actually contained it. Oh dear.
Baited in by the Deagle shot, started trying to find the trace of fire. And Flamey collects a freebie. Now an AK as well, or rather the yeah, it was. AK-47 on Groupie, now back into the owner's hands.
And he has to be careful. On scout bullet, he'll fall.
Bloody hell.
Nice.
That's going to open up a lot of problems here.
Save already.
Oh, Boomich. Yeah, this is everything you want,
This
right?
is the dream round. Not only have you killed everyone, everyone's got a rifle, everyone's got a kill. Poor old Furlan cannot do too much with this one. Admittedly, there's some time. The bomb will be planted now, and Furlan walks straight into the Lion's Den. Magnificent round from Na'Vi. And that, of all the rounds for them to start their run, is this off the back of some pistols.
Yeah, that's just the partial investments. The cash is looking fantastic over there for the Navi side of things. No easier kill than you can have a player coming through hard with a knife in his hand and another one looking the wrong way, as you can put a couple of Deagle bullets in the side. Ego will be able to buy in again. Deagles for Fico and MHL. The 3 with rifles, M4s, and the M4A1S for Groovy. Bit of a signature for him. We're seeing more and more of that in some of the matches we've been watching in recent times. Same smoke ball towards Yard. This is a different one. I don't think we've seen one thrown like in this fashion before. We've seen a 3-way smoke, but normally the one from Complexity is a little bit deeper. This one here is allowing there to be an avenue for the CTs to pick from behind the warehouse, as opposed to using smokes closer towards credit card and the left-hand side of the warehouse opening. And Furlan has found one. Boomich will go down, being a bit of a nuisance here. The flash should allow him to get away and tuck tail before Simple finds him with the AWP. Nice duel right there. MHL's going to grab another. So this is falling apart for Na'Vi very quickly.
It's happening to them.
Yeah, and they have to worry about Scarish towards the back here. Red pole. It's a difficult angle to clear. Might not even look.
I don't think they will. Clean onto Perfecto in the second challenge. 1 out as well. Oscarish on for the 3. It's just Simple on the AWP. He's going to be challenged out. Triple kill for Oscarish and an orb to recover as well. Looks like they did manage to grab it.
Good stuff there from Ega bouncing back
Just
immediately.
straight back. I mean, it looked like Na'Vi had cracked the code. They were bringing in so much extra cash because they won on the half. But yeah, this is Oscarish winning the round. It's just as easy as that. It's a very powerful position. The reason warehouse is smoked so commonly.
The Na'Vi buyback, of course they do. And the money, the residual cash they had from the flow-on effects of round number 4, we're seeing and showing them right now. MHL's got his orb back, so they're trading places between him and Simple from round to round. And oh, Furlan, he's down again early. So outside at Yard, they've given up a couple of openings. Groovy earlier in the piece, and this is fast, straight down towards Secret.
Flashes are very suffocating. MHL looking for something, a glimmer.
Oh,
Ruby, what did he just pull out of the bag? Simple catches MHL full HP through the smoke. Ruby's going to go down as well. Simple can get 3 here. Quick adjustments. Already an advantage seized by pure willpower and manpower. Simple the one He's low. Could be found out by Figu here. He does drop the bomb. A chance perhaps for the clutch.
Oh, Figu. Such a young gun. Look at that player. Which on one side, Flamey on the other. Experience eventually kicks in and they have him bang to rights.
Groovy with 2 through the smoke there. I'm disappointed that we missed that. Rush, what's going on, mate?
All right, Chad, settle down over there, buddy. Yeah, they were through smokes. I was watching the AWPer peeking over the smokes, who should have got the kills. We can see him come in here. Oh, maybe not, but that's fine. I don't know how
He's really doing a great job, isn't
Well, if Chad wants to have a go, you know, the chair's free. He can come in here anytime he wants.
Well, they're on eco right now. Let's swap. I'm coming in.
Come on, Chad. Get out of here.
I mean, Rush is...
Yeah, Rush is coming out
We'll
here.
bring off. We'll get the A-team out.
This is going to be interesting.
Come on.
Oh, here we go. Okay, so Chad needs to get their first take over the observing. So Rush, do your best. I know it's been a bit shaky so far, but, you know,
But he's got to do nuke as well. This is going to be ridiculous for Chad.
I don't know. He knows how the game plays.
I know, but it is hard.
That-
This is hard mode. This is hard mode for observing because you've got that whole double layer thing going on.
That's true.
Does get really
Bit up,
awkward.
bit down.
Yeah.
Oh,
Z-axis comes into play.
yeah. So far, a simple has fallen, but we'll kind of keep our minds on this if we see that Deagle, the 5-7, maybe get in a position to do something with it at the
I
moment.
wonder if this is Chad.
We'll find out. I'm sure Rush will appear soon, so we'll see. So far, if it is Chad, 1 for 1, 2 for 2, even a wall bang, we don't get that with Rush. And now, catching almost the kill there. Lovely setup on that 5-7. We were expecting to have some impact. I can only imagine this is sort of Chad's caliber of observing. Very, very solid.
Yeah, didn't miss anything
Look,
there.
I've observed it a
Fantastic
major
cover.
before, guys. All right?
Here he is!
Just want everyone to know that.
Where's Rush?
He's coming,
Here he
alright,
is.
he's
Here
coming.
he is.
Warming up his vocal cords. He's doing his warm-ups.
That was gorgeous though, Chad. Nicely done, mate. Call that wall bang
That
too.
was not Rush. Still, we're waiting to
Shut
trade
up.
places.
Here he is. Oh, baby.
Here we go. Headset on, bud. Let's have a chat. Chat is going to lose their mind. They absolutely love you, mate.
Is this my headset?
Yeah.
Oh, this is nice over here.
Isn't it nice?
Very roomy.
And I feel like the microphone quality really helps us because I can hear how trashed here Chad is.
Oh, yes. It's not the best, honestly.
Hold on. We've got something going on here. And you know what? I'll take it for now, but you know that Na'Vi is sweating bullets as we speak. This got a little bit too deadly. Gribby's the big player, though. He's got a rifle, Rush.
Yes, he does. He does have the rifle, and I think he can turn this one around. MHL only on the P250, not a weapon you like to see in such an important round as this. The T is very spread out all around the map. They have the control of the bomb. But where are the T's going with this? I'm not sure what they can do here.
It's a good question. To find the answer will be a recovery of the bomb. Electronic being so very healthy and Perfecto quite the opposite.
Hopeful.
I really have not. Yeah. Lovely jubbly. Haven't mastered the no full damage drop down when I'm trying to throw my hot molly. It's embarrassing. For now, 45 seconds. Here comes the retake rush. This
It's important.
is important.
They're going to need those. Oh, MHL's picked up an AK as well. They could really do this. Perfecto, 8 HP to his name. That's 108 total on the T side. They're creeping and crawling into the lobby here, but it's going to be close. It's going to be tight. Groovy gets one. Not sure where from, but Electronic last alive now. But MHL takes it out nice and secure.
Sometimes you just got to stick to your guns there. You know, I thought MHL was good for one, so I stayed with it, all right?
Yeah, I respect that. Sometimes you just have to let him go, Chad. That is the truth. You got to let him go.
What buttons, Rush? I know Chad was telling me he's only going to do the 1 to 10. Could you give him one fancy camera that he can try and whip out at some point?
He knows the sight cams, F4 and F5.
F4 and F5 for the sights,
F8
Chad.
would be yard, right, Rush?
F8 is yard.
Yeah,
correct.
nailed it.
I believe backspace is also a custom cam I made for you of the L frame. This is the yard cam, very nice. But leave this to MC. He's got some fancier cams, Chad. Don't worry about it too much.
Oh, baby, okay.
Here we go. Smoke's out. Is it the classic? Bit of a line coming through. MHL's vision now limited, but trying to isolate Boomich from the rest of the pack.
Oh, yeah, the timing just a little unfavorable. They are already starting to cross. There's some sound cues available to MHL. He's cognizant that Boomich likes to linger there and does get away with chucking that nade out.
Who's down lower? Is it
It's
Oscar?
Oscarish, yeah. Playing that headshot angle. The smoked him off already. Only has a flashbang to deter from now.
Powerful smoke. It's going to delay him out for a little bit more time, give an extra rotate, as we can see Furlan also popping down there. It's going to be tough for him down here. I think Furlan probably will get destroyed here most likely, but a nice chip on the corner. He does take a player down. Kill outside somewhere, but that's fine. as all the focus needs to be down here. You're in the right place, Chad. Don't you worry about it. Furlan with a quick pickup. They got into Marsh. It is simple, though. Picks up one, swings it for the other. Oh, does get denied. All on Flamey. You can't take it.
That was the backup player, so he had his finger floating on Flamey when I've been paying attention.
That is the trick to observing. You always have a backup player, so when your player dies, you're not like, oh, who do I switch to?
Right, because otherwise you have to do all that thinking in a matter of
exactly.
seconds.
You don't want to think. The key is don't think.
Chad's really going to struggle with that, I'm going to be honest.
Yeah, he's gonna struggle. But I do want to highlight Furlan then. How he was able to sustain there, like a little xenomorph in the vents, just running around. Not only the first, but managing a couple more, being a nuisance. Didn't even have to really see Oscar bringing too much to the plate. Tech is out, Deagle's out.
We've done the eco. What do you think? I'll join you as well, Rush.
Go on.
Okay,
Hype it up.
looks like we got a Deagle round coming in here. They're posturing one player already towards lower, so they're expecting some kind of outside take here. And outside will be the control of Nodus Vincere. Powerful position from Electronic. Does look like Groovy is aware, and he looks like he's going to clear this. This could be devastating if the Tech 9 connects its shot, but Groovy takes him down.
Yeah, this is going to be real problematic. Boomich, Perfecto, and Simple in jeopardy here. Not too much time left on that clock. Only 1 whole minute. And that's the end of Boomich. Bye-bye, Boomich. Perfecto, Simple, bomb, back. MHL in the yard position. Rushley, this one's going to go down to the wire.
Yeah, this is going to be a tough round. Simple with that crisp-looking Deagle, all white with a bit of multicolor going on, but I don't think they've got a chance in this round at all. But Simple, this is a good spot he's got himself. No weapon to pick up.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire! Fiku, bye-bye!
Alright, say the kiss.
Yeah, I went a bit say the kissy there.
Oh, MHL, huge off shot connecting on Perfecto. They're taking him out of the round, leaving it all on Simple. Crisp Deagle, we've seen it with the Deagle in the past. We know it. Picks up the M4. This could be.
Oh my god!
What a flick! Can he find the other? No, MHL takes him down.
Oh, I got genuinely excited and I became a weird American-British hybrid. Whoa! Okay, I'm glad that's over.
Okay, Kona's away. We've had a good time.
Yes.
Had a good bit of fun.
Yes.
Can I request some toss bot if possible, Lawrence?
It's a weird request, Chad. I'm not sure if I'm the person to be able to give you that.
Ah, all right. Well,
Sorry, mate. But in the game, that's a bit weird. It did sound like. Have you ever seen those MRE reviews, Rush? You go on the
I watched
inside of
them last
YouTube.
night, actually.
You sound exactly like him. You sound exactly like him, and it's fantastic.
I've been watching the lock-picking lawyer as well.
That's a good one, too.
Yeah.
Don't dabble with that. I like the reviews of like bad orange like mixes together, but ooh, this could be quite nice. Electronic playing around the smoke, but Furlan's flash. Oh, the jump couldn't be better timed. Electronic, how are you alive? Not for long. As the body falls, and lovely catch there from old Chadney.
He knows what he's doing, that's for sure. All those years, professional play has been working towards this exact day. MHL through the door, really annoying thing to catch. Believe me, Chad, I know, but they're pushing outside. Pretty much goes down to the hands of Groovy, but Ramp, they've got to shoe in, but they're trying to take lobby control. The bomb is down in the smoke. I think he'll slip that away as Perfecto takes a bit of ground towards Ramp. There's no one low right now, so they duck down fast. They can get down there. No one to contest. But it's all about which CT decides to go down first.
And here's the question, who will be that rotator? Chad's fingers vibrating with excitement as to whom he shall switch to. Ooh, okay, Flash is out.
Oh.
Low site access. And it's MHL to descend the vents.
Okay, green. Well, it's not actually green. It's all kinds of colors. Opening decon, safe plan. It's a very powerful spot. Perfecto is in, does drop off of it.
Yeah, it's just going to isolate these two. It's very hard for them to navigate away, but they will be taking the fight towards Ramp. It's all they can do. Posted up. Back to the wall. Perfecto with 3. Ace! And it can't come through. MHL to close it down, and honestly, as much as we can mess around, we have a little bit of fun on this. Argo is doing well here. Let's take a little bit of stock. Let's roll it back for a second.
I mean, you sure?
It is CT side, it is T side, we know, we understand, but we also know that T side has become a little bit easier for a couple of teams. This is not a bad performance thus far from Argo.
No one will take that away from you. And of course, I think this is also a little bit of a product of the Na'Vi buy into XCOM AGO success with their little half buy. And we saw how successful that was, but double orbs are out. That is interesting. Now, a lot of people, Rush, I'm sure, okay, this is a test. You've been watching a lot of Chad's casts. What does he say is a downside of double orbing CT nuke, Rush?
Now, yeah, look, you know, these are valuable players, but double up, you know, on the retakes, especially on Nuke, it's going to be a little tough. I assume they put Fiku towards ramp, and that is correct. MHL, I'd like to see him get a bit more aggressive. If they can take one early, it's less likely they'll get a retake, I suppose, but I don't think that's going to happen. But it is Tech9, so we'll see.
Shouldn't be too much of an issue. Could get overwhelmed, though, and you are bang on. This is going to get problematic for Fiku backing into that lower side. He's already got 2 players down there, yeah.
Keep him in mind. He came down secret. He's been a pest around the back lines, and I don't think they're aware at all. Oh, Electronic, do it to him. Do it to him. Ah, he's too nice. He's being too safe. Safe pair of hands here. No knife shenanigans. And Electronic doing very well to convert that too.
Yeah, but Flamey can win this round right here. That's 2 to rotate, but he does manage to slow them down. At least confirm 2 descending from the vent side. Furlan from ramp.
They're actually quite lucky they lost both their ops there, so retaking won't be too crazy to do. And Simple, don't let him have the op. It's funny how they have 2 ops.
Oh yeah,
here. That's pretty nice.
Okay, 2 ops on the after plan. Certainly an upgrade from the Tech9, but these guys are just going to be cowering towards that T-spawn.
You know, I think that's been doing semi-okay. It is Nuke. It is definitely the hardest map to do, however.
Can I be honest? I've not noticed much of a difference. He didn't highlight
I've missed
the
a lot of
Electronic
kills,
when
and I haven't been telling the story
secret.
very well.
Yeah, if you could pick that up a little bit.
I'm really trying. It is hard.
It is hard.
If I'm noticing where Electronic is and how exciting that could be, I feel like you could be as well.
No. I mean, me and Rush have that same deal too. I'm not calling him bad when I say, but what about X? It's because he's thinking of something else. There's 10 moving dots. There's gibblies and there's wibblies.
You've got him the story as well. I think that's good. I'm never offended if you say, oh, let's look at this, but I'm like, excuse me?
That's my choice.
How dare
actually
you? As a commentator telling me.
I'm the observer. Are you called a caster and observer? No, you're not.
I think it's fine. I've always had no problem with it.
A co-observer.
Yeah, I like that.
Do you call your red roll cops, Rush?
Yes, I am a northern. Oh my god.
SMG! Furlan!
Through Furlan. He's got an 8. No skip coming up from Stipple. I would have liked to see that come in through the smoke, but Oscarish now will be taking more control of outside. Flamey looks like he's... Where is... Oh, he's on A side. He's dead, though. Rest in peace. And now it's just a 2 terrorists. Simple taking out Boomich in a 1v4. I don't think he can do it, but let's take a look and see what he can do.
That was like the horse racing one at the end there. Have you got the CSGO HUD thingamajiggy on?
Oh, no, I don't.
Dude, that makes your life so much easier. Lauren, can you hook him up?
Yeah, I'll get on it.
Yeah,
Dad's been opening programs. I don't know what he's on.
Dad's got his old fancy skybox set up. Yeah.
Jump into Skybox.
Guys, just a note on the reaction cams there. It looks like they're arguing a little bit. So
who's they?
Well, Flamey was quite distraught after that round.
Oh well, thank you for the observation, Mr. Observer. Makes sense.
In this dashboard up here.
Yeah, this will help. This is how you can actually understand what the bloody hell is going on, Dan. Quick exchange of fusil there. Molotov landing in the broken door will stop them. And now look, lining up for a second. Groovy can lock them at the door. Boomich is ahead of it. And it's simple to find a headshot into the top site. Oscarish, what can you contribute? Doesn't seem like too much. A deterrent fired out from that T-side vent. And A doing significant damage. The flash not going to be pushed because Simple has met his end thanks to the AWP of NHL.
We can see where that bomb is. Electronic's got it for now. Kind of biding his time. So upper site isn't fully under control yet. It's still being a little fought over. A little bit of a scrap still happening around. I'm waiting to see once that bomb comes in what they have in store. Perfecto potentially waiting on the drop smoke. Oh, MHL.
Finds another.
Wow, if only we were watching him, it'd be so cool.
Edit in post, edit in post, edit in post. Alright, Perfecto ain't gonna be
Big
moving.
fan of Perfecto is Chad, isn't he?
He loves this guy.
He'll get one, I'm sure.
Well, we've invested so much time into him. He better ace the round. Oh,
dude, that's
okay. 4 kills from MHL. We saw none of them, but I'm sure they were spectacular.
They looked pretty good from here.
I mean, I can't blame him for not watching the AWP on the retake. I mean, let's see this first one through the smoke. Nonsense. Okay.
Unreasonable.
Let's see if we've got any more nonsense here. Quick, lovely.
That's fair. Oh, that looks nonsense.
Flamey thought he had a chance, and maybe that's just going to continue to... Ooh.
I thought he was going to clench his fist.
I thought that was like anger surging through his hand, yeah. I thought we were going to have the full half meme, but 10 to 4. This is a key round. Na'Vi, if they can put 5 on the board, win the pistol, nothing to complain about. Nothing. But Fiku going down is going to make it all the easier for them to find that final round of play. Awkward smokes outside.
Yeah, they're not looking too good.
MHL's pushing up to the lobby position. Just established there for now. Simple and Perfecto are just around that corner, but they are just pausing in that lobby. Groovy as well, inquisitive.
They're looking good, but if they go top here, it's going to be pretty tough to get through Groovy.
NHL.
He's clearing so much here.
This is sick, but he still can't die. That'd be a problem. He's done just one.
There you go. Look at it.
Can't ask for more.
Groovy immediately falls back out of the heart. Mission accomplished. Come on, NHL.
God.
Chill now. Chill. Needs to get out of dodge.
Stay alive.
Might aid his escape, and he does tuck in time. That's fantastic.
And now,
Offside?
who's left? Simple, Electronic, Perfecto. Okay, Electronic can't have the time on this. He's got to go fast. Perfecto has delivered, though. That's excellent work. Still a good shot in this one. Bear in mind, I think one of the final players fell and isn't that close by. So there's going to be a bit of a time limit on this. MHL this time, we put some faith in him.
Whoa.
Can't do it. Groovy, well controlled. Expects Electronic.
Very winnable, yeah.
That Molotov is going to buy him enough time to safely plant. Fernand's got boatloads of util, but this 1v1 is brought to you by Rushley. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Oh, lots of util flash coming out. Electronic. I'm sure he can do this and take him to a 10-5 half. Just waiting, counting 1, 2, 3 in his head, just as Carrigan said. Moving to Hut. And he knows, though, this is pretty smart. Jumping up here could be a waste of time if Electronic went into Hut, but Electronic is out of Hut and he's going to get caught. And he had no idea. 11-4 in the half. That was a banging half. I was absolutely loving it. I think Chad did an okay-ish job. I think, personally, I think I'm better, but I think Chad's definitely better at what I'm doing here. But that's going to wrap up the half. From what I'm aware, we usually go to a break round about here, so we're going to take it a break, and we look forward to seeing you guys after. Take a look at these highlights. See you guys.
Magnificent. We'll be right back.
Job, Rush.
favour of AGO. I've got Sponge and Pansy hanging out the desk. We have put Rush back in his cave and we've tightened the cuffs.
I'd just like to apologise to everybody at home watching that first half. There were some rough rounds in there, okay?
Is it stressful? Did you get a little stressed?
All the blobs are so close to each other. Like, I know where the duels are meant to be happening, but you lose track of players and it's wild. It all just spirals out of control quite quickly.
What's going on here then? Simple's got an armoured CC, which is probably the most expensive pair you can have. Oh, and that's why you give it to Simple. Oh, quick delivery, triple kill, fresh to your doorstep. And I said, yes, 11-4 sounds positive for Ago, but if they win that pistol, if they convert cleanly, strap yourselves in for an RV comeback.
I really did enjoy some of the accents that were coming out with the commentary that you guys were doing.
I could have a bit of a Scouse cast.
I hope not.
Seriously, like, CVG was fucking mad, like, had some chicken and a can of Coke.
I think about 3 people understood what you said.
Yeah, that was actually English, by the way.
Oh.
I promise.
All right.
They just speak like that. Shout out to my cousin. I only have one now. Disowned the other one.
Yeah, I disowned a lot of my family members as well, Alex. It's all good. Sometimes you got to do it. You can't pick them.
No.
You can choose if you talk to them or not.
Definitely.
But be nice to your mums.
Or your primary caregiver.
That's the one. We did modify that.
We've switched it up.
Worked on that. Simple, however, has still got a CZ. Oh, he gets the timing. Still reacts in time, and of course, these are unarmed blocks.
Where's he here?
He's come all the way around from heaven. Oh, he's landing Gooches. Come on, Groot.
Run, Mitch, run!
He's out of that. And damage again. That is a frustrating one. 2, make it 3 players within 1 bullet range for a converted frag. But back into the AKs now, and that is going to be the 6-4 Na'Vi. So this is going to be the most interesting one to me, because take a look at their money. They are going in with this.
I like it.
This is what Chad gets all excited about. The fact of the matter is that they can, if they win this, they pretty much lock in like a slew of rounds. I mean, assuming everything else goes their way, by winning this, you're going to have a bank account that previously and often is punished by the CTs. In this case, you'll have a lovely bit of padding. You've got the memory foam mattress. It's got the little watery bit.
If you win this, you're not living paycheck to paycheck.
No, that's a perfect analogy, Chadney. I'm putting that in the book. Can I have a book?
Yeah.
I have one at home.
I have one. They gave you one.
Yeah, yes, I'll give you a book.
Take it out for a spin tomorrow. Take it out for a spin tomorrow.
Give it a
Wrapper.
I don't like the actual books, the bound ones. It has to be a ring binder.
I keep getting Instagram targeted ads for this tablet you can write on, and it has the text on paper. And I'm like, maybe that's what I need.
Too old school for that.
Yeah.
Round 18, ladies and gentlemen, XCOM Ago. Can they get this one done? Take us to a third as the AK-47s are out in the first gun round here in the second half. Utility towards Yard. Molly's landing to ensure that smoke wall, but the extinguished sound is normally a positive cue. Electronic with the nade. How much damage onto Furlan? There it is. Just 15 points of damage.
Puts in Deutsch. Electronic onto a Scarish.
What was it, mate?
Yeah, the bomb is right there in front of his nose. And already Electronic's got the double kill to make this bonus round, if you will. All the more deadly, and an extra twist in the tail of this. Nice shots from Furlan, but Fiku dueling with Simple. He could get overwhelmed, and yes, Furlan's in all of his shots. Fiku left alone. But the bonus, as I was trying to finish, was that they can also scavenge those AKs. So it's not like they're rebuying or they're stuck with an MP9. This is the dream scenario for an RV comeback, and they can double peak on the MP9s now with a flank confirmed. And it's the 7th. So now this is what I'm talking about. Perfect. We actually get to all learn together. If anyone was wondering and concerned as to the power of the bonus buy, we're about to get a prime example of it here, delivered to us by Na'Vi. And this is how the double kill happened at the start of things. Electronic FAMAS, 40 HP. It shouldn't be a double kill, but with his precision, his crosshair placement down to 23 for the last duel, and he still body shots him to death, dink into the center of mass. And now you can see it again. Charging in now with a full buy. AKs galore, only at the deal armor. And so lots of smokes. There will be outside smokes, and there will be at least one man behind it. Looks like plenty more than one, Lauren. 4 of them charging outside. And Electronics Molly will delay them. Oh, I think he got extinguished. No, definitely will slow them down.
Okay. So they're all here. Electronics gone and had a look. He's now probably uncovered maybe, there's a lot more. There's maybe 2, 3 more shooting at me through the smoke, but
no one's rotated off. Where did that smoke come from? Someone dropped it and went back up the vents.
Boomich went lower, dropped it, now he's gone back towards top side.
Cheeky bean.
There's no rotator right now to go on down, so they will be giving up control of the doors and decon. Maybe that won't matter too much. The bomb is still stuck behind red box. That is the real problem here.
That is the problem.
Oh no.
Oh no, no, no.
If they they break the windows and open doors lower, maybe they could pull a rotation of a few more players. So far, it's just Flamey on the scene, clearing out, about to have a duel in the window. That's all right, Rush. Get that one next time, man.
Here we go.
Chad.
I'm only kidding.
Bloody
Very
hell.
difficult.
Yeah. Symbol's joined, though.
Ooh.
And Felon. Done. That's the bomb. Loose again. In a almost similar position. So the two who did pressure down towards lower suddenly feel a little bit lost in 30 seconds. They could make some problems happen, I'm sure, but it's going to be very difficult. CT side fully aware of where they need to guard, what's under control.
Yeah, that bomb main. It's 2 rounds in a row. It's kind of been the bane. Boomich collecting his second. It will be further, and it needed a very mechanical adjustment. Plenty of cash for AGO to splash into our 20th round of play, but as we have seen, this is Na'Vi converting the pistol, winning the first gunny, and now we're into, well, a state of affairs where if your T side continues to feel a little hamstrung, a little laboured, before you really know it, Na'Vi are 2-0 completed the series. Going to need to see AGO tighten things up just a little here. And it may come off the back of the AWP on MHL. T-side AWPing on Nuke. Far from the most creative you can be with it. Outside, holding ramp, pretty much his only options.
It's a standard secret. Smoke is coming out here. Just trying to draw a rotation from the CT side.
And there he is.
Going behind them very late here. So Boomich is going to drop this smoke again. We saw that in the previous, and he trickles back up towards top. So the timer on that smoke will be down by about a minute, and Boomich won't be the first rotator. But what that actually causes for the T's if they were to go down secret is spending more time clearing out back fence, decon, etc.
Furlan needs his duel. Electronics been winning it every single time, and he continues to do it. Really quite a scary player to have to deal with finally. Groovy gets over the fear, 4-on-4. They need this round AGO to remind us of that they can compete on the T side, otherwise it's going to start to slip away. Flamey cognizant that there is a possibility for someone to rise above him, and that's a perfect chance for him to look up. This is going to hurt, yep. Bye, Groovy.
Great timing.
Perfecto prime position here. Bit of trigger discipline perhaps. No, but with Flamey going down, he's just going to have to draw blood now. Perfecto fail as well. Didn't even catch that. So the top side opens with some great flight paths. AGO planting.
Boomich and Simple. Not even a step for Boomich, really. It's just Simple now. Lovely work from MHL. We said needs to make a difference, and it does. Lovely little close for him too at the end, but it is the round they needed. 12 on the board now.
Okay, well, for the Na'Vi side of things, it's a tricky situation. I think the Na'Vi that we all know and love probably will go for a buy round here. If we were talking percentage Counter-Strike, it should just be the pistol upgrade for a few of their members, because their loss bonus going into the next round will be $1,900. So they don't have to go for the full buy, but in Na'Vi fashion, they probably will. And they have. So it's 3 M4s, the 2 SMGs. The CT side of Nuke usually need a lot of utility to stop the rushes over towards Ramp, over towards Squeaky and Hunt. A Molotov is perfect. You follow that up with the smoke, and well, through the legs. MHL, unfortunately, not converting that one. Would have been a lovely opening.
I would love to see. Oh, wow. I don't know if that damage was from him. Yeah, it was. Oh, he goes up the ladder enough. We'll drop the smoke and return to the lower responsibility. But what I was trying to say is I'd love if Furlan takes some lower space. But the fact of the matter is there's 3 CTs down there. Flamey's on the ramp. Simple and Boomich, they really are expecting to see a lower hit.
It's probably better if Flamey dies. Him tucking back and giving away a free avenue towards ladder might change the strategy of XCOM AGO. So if they were to go ramp, it would be a B-go. I'm here all week.
Rush back, bring him back, please. Dear Lord, someone. Wheel him out of the cave.
Ah, that's the molly liner, just on the first little strut.
So I feel like it's vent control here. That means he could split through the top side, or at least stop the CTs rotating back up the vent, because there will be a top pop. 45 seconds left on the clock. Smoke towards main, and away we go.
Flash, by the way. CT vent flash. The only person it doesn't catch is main. So unless Perfecto was countering behind the site, in which case he's safe as houses. Good for the Raptors players, though. 3 of them emerging out of Squeaky. No contact, no real decision-making yet. 30 seconds, that's Oscarish. Found by Perfecto on his hunts, and now Boomich arrives, and this is Na'Vi just continuing to Groovy, giving it a good go. Will they expect further? 19 seconds. I don't see a world where he can get that bomb down and find space. Perfecto will likely get caught. Okay, but yeah, that's it. Electronic in main playing a real tight corner. They're all playing this to perfection. He has to retrieve the bomb, and Electronic gets that shot. Yeah, he's a master of that position, actually. I hadn't considered just the impact he's making, but looking at this map as a little microcosm of his approach, it is very, very impressive. You can see multiple times with FAMASTers, low HP, 2 targets. Every time he's weathered the storm. This time a top split, but he does what he needs to. Stays on the edge of the smoke, not giving them any trace of fire, counting on Perfecto and then supporting when necessary. Really nice stuff from Na'Vi here.
I think one of the keys that I'm noting with Electronic is no matter what is happening in the round, he's always watching main. And that could be tendencies that they picked up from watching Ago play in the demos, understanding how they always want to be coming late through main or early through main with these splits because it's been punished, which feels like every single time. The tactical timeout will be taken, as you can see here with the scores. Only one round 20 was posted on the board for Ago. The rest of it has been one-way traffic, and not even many plants are coming through. Notice the icon there is the skull. That means it's via elimination. Haven't needed to defuse the bomb. It hasn't been a retake scenario in the traditional sense. It's great to see Perfecto having a good game as well. So Simple still fragging as he was in the first map. Perfecto having a good game. Electronic now with a lot of impact. He's looking good on the Na'Vi side of things for this beautiful Thursday.
Oh, just talking about how nice it is outside.
I just meant, you know, we're all alive.
Oh, that's
Thursday.
nice. Yeah, it is Thursday, my
Generally,
dudes.
yeah.
Just generally, we're all still breathing.
Isn't that nice?
Yeah, it's the little things.
Okay. We'll see if maybe we get that electronic test again. You're right, he has been really exceptional at what he's been doing, so it's been quite fun. But Simple,
Yes, Simple in support.
you can't ask for more, can you? It's a wonderful combination. And now here comes the hit. Towards the upside, they once again go Electronic again. Small adjustment, this time does fall, but his value is ever present. As now just MHL trying to find him, not going to happen. Nicely handled by Na'Vi, not too many threats to be found.
So that is hard for me to count. 2 plus 4 is 6. So that's 6 of the last 7 rounds of play. Bang. It's what it takes. Simple managing to get the supportive final frag after the Electronic and Boomich handling of the situation. It's tough when you do a top side take and you haven't got something accounting for that CT event. The amount of times I see a multi-kill out of that position, Chad, I assume it must be almost compulsory.
Yeah, it's one of the must-clear positions, and usually with the utility easy to clear, you feel like you're wasting it when somebody's not there.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And Flamey, can you give us a count of it's a hard round? It doesn't look like it.
This is going to be real quick. I wonder if Simple missing a shot is going to leave them a bit more of a gap. They're coming towards heaven. Simple's reacted accordingly. He does well to distract to pull them back, and eventually Ruby does take the scout, but he's pulled them into Electronic's line of sight. Another Furlan warning shot. He has the bomb as well. The steps indicate he's got a lot of targets closing in on him.
God. 4 players here, Alex. They're all around, just so spot on. Those steps are nerve-wracking, but he saw the shots too. Support gets cut off. There's no one on the way. Furlan isolated, and decimation in the end. Na'Vi almost right back on this now, 12 to 11.
Actually, decimation means dividing something into 10 pieces, and so you're using it wrong. At Pansy.
And it's so crazy that we have...
You do that.
I've had it so many times.
I know you've had it. I remember you saying this.
It sounds cool, and everyone knows it means destruction. You bloody weirdos. Sitting there with your thesaurus, just... I'm not going to finish that sentence on there.
Don't. But
so,
yeah,
12 to 11. 12 to 11 as they continue to decimate. They can't stop decimating them. It's so good to see them decimate here. Flamey needs a lot here. Oh, the spray! It's colossal! 4! He might even find the 5th. It's Oscarish to try. And that's the end of that one. Perfecto puts the cherry on top, but it's Flamey that delivers the sweet, sweet dessert.
Colossal is actually just a science fiction film from 2016.
Colossus by definition. That's the dream of a ramp player. That's what everyone wants to happen. Of course, a single flashbang or a Molotov can immediately derail all of that.
Yeah, it's a bit of a dream.
Why wasn't? No, Alex, don't ask questions you don't have answers to.
There you go, just down to the pistols here around number 25. A little bit of utility on the board, but it feels like they're not finding too many options and answers in this one whatsoever. Just going to take a little bit of a look at my round timeline.
How was your memory?
Pretty good.
What was the round that they won? What did they do?
That's where MHL got 2 kills to AWP.
Thank you, playing the top side.
Yeah, they were able to get the bomb down there. It was a bit of a ramp fake into a top lurk out.
That's heaven. Smoke, Boomich, flash. This is the top side take, and well,
easy as you like.
It doesn't get easier than that. 2 of them through the heart. He was flashed. Perfecto beheaded. Oof, Simple quick to return us to normality. Good chance from MHL. He's going to get sprayed down, though, and it's Electronic to collect the frags. So, yeah, as we see, Na'Vi have really dug their heels in on this defense. This is a magnificent comeback. They've only dropped a single round, and it is about time for their timeout, the third from AGO.
Only 6 kills in the last 5 rounds.
Wow.
For that of AGO, right? So you have to look at this. After the round they won, they only managed 3 kills. Then there was a streak of 3 rounds in a row, but then they had 1 kill per round. Here it was 2, but they weren't that hugely impactful frags. So they're on the way out the door. This is very clean stuff from Na'Vi.
Maybe they just need Rush back. It's the difference maker. Rush is here.
Okay. Do you think that he's the good luck charm?
Yeah.
Rush, do you think you're a good luck charm?
Well, I must have been, apparently. So, I'm fine with Na'Vi smashing. I like watching Simple kill.
Yeah, well, it's like the Hulk smash. Simple kill, Hulk smash, kind of works, same. There's another timeout coming on through here. Na'Vi have taken the lead in the game. 13-12, round 26 about to get underway. Simple on the AWP, not rocking the AUG this time. MHL will have his big green on the other side of things. Potentially get a heads-up duel as he's heading towards the yard position. Simple will be floating over towards Heaven. Oh, very, very noisy. Lots of damage too. Scarage will make it straight down Secret, so he's taking a lot of territory. Simple's actually towards the lower side of things with the orb, so this could be deadly. It looks like they actually are all corralling down here. They have to wait out and respect this smoke. And then after they do so, they have a Molotov to drop into Simple's position. Here it comes. Scarage is lining his up. MHL ready to plant the smoke as well.
Okay, so Simple still holding at the stairs and finding both of them. Groovy from the vents needs to try and take him out, but he's already ready for it! He's ready for everything, it's Simple. Another triple kill in the round, 26 frags to his name. I almost feel like I'm beating a dead horse every time I get excited about a multi-kill from Simple at this point. But yeah, here it is again, re-peeking into them, making them look foolish, just around the gap from the Molotov, a little too short, and here comes another adjustment, just in the nick of time.
It must be nice when your average is excellence, right? Like, there's no two ways to look at it. This guy just, day by day, does things that people do at their highest peak. So it is weird to quantify it, because as I said, it feels wrong to get excited by it, but it's so well done. And again, Electronic this time, a new look, a new spot, but still as viable as ever.
Around 15.
Feels like 15, dude, yeah.
Oh.
Gap on the reload to take down one. Infector steps up to the plate, though, and looks to be knocking this one out of the park.
Get him out of here. Pack their bags. Hit him in the lobby.
I mean, for AGO to come back and review this, if we do operate under that assumption that this round is over, I mean, they did manage to not only learn a lot about their Mirage, which we saw 5 T rounds posted from them and 4 CT rounds posted. They say you learn more from a defeat. And over on Nuke, the fact that they're keeping this one as close, it was their T side success. It was an RV only getting 4 rounds, I should say CT side, excuse me, 11 on the defense of Nuke. Certainly not something to be snubbed at, but admittedly it is an RV's often a little bit more volatile side.
Okay.
No scope. Jeez Louise.
Peppered away, going Tech 9 madness. Come on, when are you going to spam? He's having one of those days.
He's having one of those days, lads. Yeah, strap yourselves in. It's a shame we're not going to get another map of it.
AGO are going to be 1-3 after this if they are to lose. So 1-3 in terms of their win-loss ratio. They'll have 1 win. That was against Heroic. They'll have 3 losses.
Got a cool camera angle for that one. Put that in the frag movie.
So they'll have lost to Big, OG, and Na'Vi. That means the other teams in their group this left to verse are Ants, G2, and Godsend. So there's still some chances for them to get some victories on the board as Pro League is a round-robin format, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And here's MHL. Let's see if we can find an opening. Denied and dinked.
God, it does feel like the brick wall. Na'Vi is just not moving, is it? Anywhere they go, they seem to be met by force. MHL has had a couple of moments, though he's certainly on the radar now. Someone to look for. Furlan found a bit of room, found Simple, and thought better of it. But now you go into Electronics' den, and he's been exceptional at this. Back to point. Does he find Furlan first? Yeah, he's seen enough. That's got to give away the game here. Furlan's now been noted. Where are the others to this?
I wonder if Furlan was doing that just to hope Electronic goes hunting. Instead, his crosshair placement is indicative of something a little more naive, just hoping for someone in the warehouse, and then clears. Wow, the adjustment quick enough. That's the opening they needed. Boomich yet to pull the trigger. CC Venom option not anymore. Now denied by the Flames. He tucks in. Erlen found in main. Boomich found as well. Perfecto unable to convert into Groovy. This will be a viable attempt for AGO here. Simple trying to hit some ladder, no scope. Flamey though. Oh, the dink. In a different world, that's a double kill. They are so low, and you can see Simple switching to the Deagle is indicative that that information has been passed on. MHL to peak, and on the peak he does convert. 13, that is a second T round we've seen from Ago. Someone needs to tell us how to say it.
I like it how it's different every time.
Yeah?
Keeps me guessing.
Right.
AGO,
AGO.
Is that XCOM AGO?
I went to an XCOM shop when we were in Katowice. That's like the peripherals and your Ghiblis and your phones and your laptops. Yeah.
It's weird how we've been to Katowice every year since 2014.
Yeah. Wow. How many people can say they've been to a Polish mining town on an annual basis? Yeah.
Love the trip, of course.
I think there's even years when I was playing where I'd go multiple. I'd be there at least 2 times a year. Changed a lot, that old town. Electronics on an island right now. He has to get one here. Shadow, and there's the opening kill. Electronic always using them to his advantage. You see it in main, you see it in towards yard. Fiku netting himself a little bit here, and netted from Squeak here. I think the smoke bounced back out in.
Oh no, not like that. Boomich yet to be forced out. Groovy likely to molly. Simple's found MHL on the hunt in Hut. Oscarish, Groovy trying to defend it, or Na'Vi will take this 2-0. Good shots from Simple. It all falls to Grubby. Miles away. Bomb on his back, and Flamey could be the one to pull the trigger for the final time. This map does just hit the warning shot down to 58. He's hungry to get this one done, and does. Did Groovy, though. Could find this little gap in the off angle. I like it. That's good play. Costs him a great deal of health, though. The flash might force Electronics to look away. He's not falling for it. 16-13, a close game. Na'Vi too strong on the defense. AGO unable to post more than 2 on the attack. And it's necessary in that round-robin format. We're taking a break and talking about it when we come back. going to be Na'Vi picking up a necessary win. This is round robin. This is ESL Pro League, and Na'Vi, one of the slow ones out of the gate, picking up a big win, a necessary one up against AGO, Pansy, and Spoonge hanging out with me in the server. When was the last time you dropped 36 frags in a map of Nuke?
Nuke.
Probably like the other day when we were playing matchmaking.
No, we were playing agency and I got 44. But Nuke,
okay.
Nuke doesn't really sit too well with me, but it obviously sits pretty well with Na'Vi. The fact that they're able to come back from that first half deficit, you can see just how potent their individuals are. And look, first look for us with Ago, it was all right. That's about it. It was all right. We did, you know, Fico in the first map was good. Saw some good signs out of MHL. So we have to build into it. We kind of need to learn more because this is the big boys. We play with the big boys now.
Yeah, and I mean, we heard from Trace's interview before, talking to who was it?
Scarish.
Scarish, thank you. But he alluded to the fact that they're boot camping. That this is they're you know, Chad used to describe this as teams. For them, it's their Super Bowl.
Yeah,
and I think this is a perfect example in terms of the fact that they will likely be doing more homework and can cause some upsets with their homework, but you also have to remember that you've got Simple, Electronic, Flamey, and then Perfected Boomage. I mean, that's never going to be an easy task.
Yeah, and as much as, you know, we can look at Flamey here, there's probably a little bit more we can expand on specifically with him, but I also want to highlight for someone like Argo, they're also facing off against Simple, who had a really good day, even for him. He was very much on point, or Electronic playing well. Flamey had a very good game himself. So good to see everything kind of coming together. I think his Mirage performance for Flamey was the one that really stood out to me, but again, Nuke, they did well enough.
Wait, that's so funny. Sorry, he dropped 36 on Mirage. I'll have to apologise. It was only 29 on so that's my mistake. 65 for the series. And you can see that is almost a practically perfect divide between AK and AWP. And he was certainly doing a little bit of both. We're going to run through some of his highlights here. And it's his multi-kill capacity that is unlike many else in the servers today. You'll see him find one, but the chances of most players converting the second is usually down to his intuition and his reaction time.
A lot of people will be out there and say, yeah, well, they set Simple up. They give him the CZ on the pistol round. They give him AKs on the gun rounds. But if he's going to deliver you a kill almost every time you do that, then why wouldn't you? This is what they were doing with Zeus and the team as well. They would just drop guns across to Simple Electronic, and they would smash through windows with that. So easy as you like.
We're seeing this from both ends. I love seeing it with Blame F setting himself up for success, and then also having a player like Simple showing exactly how far that can go to the very extreme.
No, absolutely. And we'll wrap up these highlights in just a second. The no-scope one I want to remember. And of course, I want to make sure we get a chance to get this interview started. So we'll get Boomich involved. I'm just taking a look at their recent results because, of course, the loss to ENTS definitely left a mark. And what's that game against NIP?
3-1 at the moment.
Yeah, thank you, Chad. That's what I needed to have in front of me. So 3-1. Let's see if Boomich is... hello. Can you hear us?
Hello. Yeah.
You're rocking that webcam mic. That's the classic meme. But Boomich, serious question time. That game, was that a little closer than you hoped, or are you guys going to be quite happy to pick up the win?
Yeah, we of course happy with the win because, you know, the underdog team is Ago. We're pretty sure they want to win. We should show the best result for them because it's like the great tournament. They qualify, and we knew it will be a hard match.
Okay, Boom, check out an odd one here, mate, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want, but we saw Flamey with a couple of angry-looking reactions there. Is everything cool? Flamey's all good?
I think so, yeah.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. He will be happy in 10 minutes, maybe a little bit tilted.
Okay, all right. Well, he was having a good game, right? Flamey's one, you know, is in your team who can be that third star, right? You've obviously got Electronic, you've got Simple, but Flamey with a little bit of inconsistency, and now he's finding some consistency. I think we spoke about this last time. Well, of course you as well. Of course you as well. You're the in-game leader, mate. You always have an excuse, right? Flamey, he's not the in-game leader. So Flamey's picking up a bit of form. Are you still just putting that down to, you know, things looking good in the team, or he's not doing anything different, is he? He's just playing and being good.
Yeah.
Oh, Simple. That was
there
easy.
You go. Wow. A little bit of Finnish blood in him, I think. Thank you for the time, bro. I can tell that you have a conversation to have and it's not with us. I'll let you go and do that now. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you.
Good luck. Good luck with that conversation. Oh, I hate talking down an angry teammate. It's a necessary part of the game, and of course we're all humans after all.
Yeah, I used to leave that to Koa. That wasn't my job in my team.
I was the one that would just kind of say, "Hey, you want to hop channels a second?" Right.
My stuff got real wild. You don't know how the stuff when I was in the CGS days when I had Booms, Tags, Top Gun. I had a guy called Huck in there as well.
Top Gun. Was he an angry gamer?
Azad wasn't angry, but if things went down, he's a big boy, right?
Rush is going to be hopefully joining us in a second.
Okay.
I got a comment here. Someone who on the match discussion, I only saw the start of Nuke for AGO versus Na'Vi, and I was wondering why Rush was suddenly complete shit at observing. Apparently Sponge was giving it a go.
Yeah, that was fair enough.
They've done you. The delivery's good. That was good delivery.
Fine. Yesterday someone said that my casting was garbage and that upset me. That one there just...
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah, but also you can't take it seriously, and you did instantly then get your kind of like moment of, well, actually you're wrong, because you asked the players what the intention was, and funny enough, the people who know less than you knew less than you.
It's funny that I wasn't smug about it at all, was I?
No, humble. Definitely your style. Rush, are you here?
Yes, hello, how are you?
So obviously your observing was missed, clearly, by, I wasn't going to name
319.
Yeah, exactly, thank you. But what did you think of the commentary? You know, how does that feel to be standing here shouting about a game?
I'm sure a lot of people in chat think commentary might be easy. I mean, that you're just standing there talking, right? But when you're actually up there and you're actually like analyzing everything on the fly, trying to, you know, tell the story around, it's not that easy. So I have respect for you guys up there.
I've got a little bit of feedback for you, Rush.
Sure.
I think you could use a little more inflection and intonation in the sense of basically changing your voice a little bit. I know you're capable of.
Oh, yes. Well, I can change my voice. I try not to go... I'm trying to steer away from all my impressions. You know, I don't want to offend anybody or anything like that. You know, you got to be careful these days.
I've seen you at Henry G, though, and I mean, there's a gap in the market there.
There definitely is at the moment. Well, this is why I'm breaking into it, you know, because there are a lot of spots freeing up, you know, who knows who's going to go next, you know, so I'm just securing myself so that when more of you guys drop out, you know, I can just slot straight in there, nice and easy.
Perfect. Okay, so we'll give you, you know, like in French lessons, they'll give you some vocab to do at home. I want you to come in tomorrow. I want 10 different words for kill.
Excellent. Yeah, let's do some demo reviews. Don't
do decimate, because that.
I've had to go on the dictionary to prove people wrong.
Yeah,
I've done it. I'm on Twitter already.
Yeah.
But also, on the note of like intonation and stuff like that, I think is really important. But also, be true to your own voice, because the amount of casters who I hear losing their voice, not you, I just find no one on this desk, but the amount of people who change their voice to sound like someone they know or someone they like or overdo it, and they lose their voice by the second or third day, it's because you're straining your vocal cords so badly. So try and be authentic.
With your own voice.
Exactly.
Yeah. It took me a while, definitely, but there's also an element of it which is actually really interesting, which is yes, use your voice, but your voice can have a presenter mode.
Absolutely,
you know,
we don't all talk like.
I don't talk like this when I'm sitting at the table with Chad, but you know, I know that it's still my voice, and I'm not having to force anything. It's definitely just a question of projection and blah 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 other words.
All that good stuff.
Ending in shun.
But CSGO needs more up-and-coming casters. So people at home, get on YouTube, get on Twitch, sit there, review VODs, go over and do it yourself, get on Reddit, ask for feedback, ignore it, keep doing your own thing.
I do that. I don't want to keep my job. Stay away.
Rush, do you think you could for one last time, could you send us to a break?
Yeah, so that was a crazy game we saw. Quick 2-0 coming out from Not As Finster. We've got another game coming up next. You know, observers never know the games. If there's a game in front, we'll observe it. So
versus big.
Heroic versus big. It's El Clasico, as Harry would say, and I'm looking forward to it. I hope you all are at home.
I'm excited.
We're gonna take it to a break. See you guys later.
Magnificent.
Start your esports career now at play.eslgaming.com.
My name is Jordan Gilbert, aka Nothing.
Hi, my name is Sue Lee. My handle is Snix. I think it's important for these initiatives to happen. Empathy really, really goes a long way, and it always means so much to us, and I think that's where initiatives like this really help.
I encourage everyone in the community, anytime they see bullying, anytime they see someone getting called names, or I encourage you to step up and say something.
Good luck, have fun.
Good luck, have fun.
cause you live a lie. You want attention from every guy in the park, but when you call, give you my heart, you rip it out. I can't pretend to like you, I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and I lose. I can't pretend to like you, I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and I lose. I can't pretend to like you, I can't pretend to like you. I hope you feel the same. I take a chance and I'll take a chance. I can't pretend to like you.
I've been so anti. You're a bad chick and you know that. Eyes roll back every time you throw that. Love letter on your bed, I wrote that. I need you and I'm not afraid to show that. Anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything, everything. World falls down when you pick me up. I came up from a small town, no one hit me up. Now they wanna be my friend. Everybody play this time. Now pulling up in a Bentley. It really ain't you can tell me. What? I just wish somebody would help me. This lifestyle is not healthy. Anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything I could buy. Anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything. She's a God girl, welcome to my God's world. Fell in love with the diamonds and pearls. Yeah, we do what we want when we want. Sex fits with the news and on. Party too lit, get kicked out. All alone, it's the only way to live now. Yeah, we do what we want when we want. I'ma get you anything that you want. Anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything, everything. Yeah, I could buy you anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything. I could buy you anything, anything, on your everything, everything, on your anything, anything, on your everything, everything. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I call the shots and the man with the plot and we only go bombs away. And no one protecting my mind as a weapon, that's why I'm a diamond head. Taking advantage of every second, now I ain't got time to waste. They all tryna sign my name, they want me to sign my name. Count me a blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. And everything I envision, not everybody gon' win it. It's only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I always wanted the world, I wanna conquer the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. Savage, you've been distracted, your best, my average, there's a reason for that's a fact. So they snapping back, mad at the fact that I don't have a backup plan, I ain't need that. Outworking everybody when I relax, so I ain't tripping about none of y'all feedback. Every day I wonder when I'm gonna peak at. And that's why you count your blessing while I count that in my winnings. We take 50s and 100s and throw them up to the ceiling. And everything I envision, not everybody gon' win it. It's only difference between us is I ain't stop till I finish. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the world right now. I feel on top of the world, I feel on top of the
got too much up on my plate, now I can't think. I said, woke up, take a action, now I'm feeling this is it. Want the money, want the rest. I do purse, not no sex. They say, darn, it's why you sad. I said, I just need a thing. Red tape, tattoo, kill side, the city, I. Black face, show you everything you need to your phone, can't hit back. Someone said it's sad, it's hot. It's too warm, it's too warm, it's too warm and bad. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you too many times, too many times. Yeah. I know it's in my head, keep seeing you. I know it's in my head.
I'm so sorry that I wasn't really there for me. Cause nobody else is showing any empathy. Broadly awake and quite undertaken. Did I do something wrong? Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here with my thoughts alone? I don't wanna wake up messed up. Cause I can spend another day like this. Another type of cake up, break up. Where I've been finding any way to my fix. But I know I need you now. Cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. I'm so sorry that I didn't go to therapy. Thinking everybody even use an enemy. Brutally awake and quite undertaken. Did not do nothing wrong. Life isn't easy. Why did you leave me here to control alone? And I don't wanna wake up messed up. Cause I can spend another day like this. Another type of cake up, break up. Where I've been finding any way to my fix. I know I need you now. Cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. If I am so wrong and so gone, miserable, won't you stick around just for some be visible? But you don't, no you don't, can't leave me to suffer or erase all the doubt. Pouring Jack in my mouth, in a love with enough of the pain and the drugs to be present for now. All I'm like now, I don't wanna wake up messed up. Cause I can spend another day like this. Another type of cake up, break up. Where I've been finding any way to my fix. I know I need you now. Cause I don't wanna be around. No, I don't wanna wake up messed up. There's gotta be another way past this. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile, which is rough nowadays. Change our reactions. Feelings don't die around the neighborhood. We used to sell a double pills, young and misunderstood. My homie, tell me what is changing from your point of view. A smaller circle, but the range is for some deja vu. I recognize my future, and there is nothing but you. Unless you turn your phone around, success might come from future. But unless you analyze in depth, the fear steps away from death. 1,000 possibilities, act on it, Johnny Depp. For real, cause we're alone sometimes. Trying to know what part about us down to here. I don't wanna be stuck in countless towers. I just wanna smile and run away from here. I swear to God, man, I just wanna be a model for my brothers. Hey, I just gotta work until I'm on the covers. Hey, I just gotta work until my sons are brothers. Hey, I just wanna make it proud to be my mother. Wish we could learn how to love our mistakes. Straight from the jump and not wait for an answer. Wish we could smile, which is rough nowadays. Change our reactions. You just gotta love yourself. You just gotta love yourself. love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. Yeah. You just gotta love yourself. You thought that I was blind, but to be honest, I don't mind, 'cause I don't feel the same way I used to do. Every time I see you, know the truth, 'cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran away. I've been living in the shadows for a while. Demons calling me from the afterlife. Dark doesn't face me anymore. I can see my tears seems to go to. Yeah, yeah. I don't care, no, I don't care. Yeah, yeah. I don't care. I said, 'cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you should know that I don't give a single fuck about you and your words. All the times you lied to me, I took notes. I don't know what to say. I thought you loved me, but you ran. I know people come and go away, away. Sun slow, that's my time to shine again, again. 'Cause baby, every fucking time you play me, you should know that I don't.
Beast, what you finish, no defense. I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic. Come on, back for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck. Too much in my cup. Need she run it up. Why you always tripping like you talk? 'Cause you're not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you talk? 'Cause you're not my team pop. My team pop. Who really got the block? Stepping to rock in a cop car. They say they wanna party with us, well, that's an hours. Be that goofy, it's a la-la. My feature price bigger than your bank account. You talk about it, but don't show what's that about. These boys only flexing with that allowance. We swimming in the shower. I'm only f***ing you if you're so cute. Brown skin, goddamn, that's my soul food. I'm waiting for the record, check your memo, bro. Generation of destruction, you'll remember us. LSD used to jump on methazine on me. CSC, NSC is minor lean. We no longer up next on top. Like a girl, but she kinda my check. There's no defense. I'll buy it if I want it. I'm going supersonic. Come on, back for it. Alright, okay. Running out of luck. Too much in my cup. Need she run it up. Why you always tripping like you talk? 'Cause you're not my team pop. Shawty, I know. Why you always tripping like you talk? 'Cause you're not my team pop. My team pop.
faster than ever before. They don't really know about honesty, but they don't really grow. Honestly, I cannot be stopped constantly. Consciously, it's a part of me. And all I ever know is coming my way, yeah. Cold as stone. Stay out of my lane, yeah. Leave me alone. This is my moment. Finally found what lights up my fire. Yeah. Flashy. I don't even write no more. On my country, commando. Pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, don't pretend. Think I might have found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Lose it. Get substituted. You're not recruited. Cause you're too damn scared to use it. The truth is, you're useless. What? I'm ruthless, yeah, I prove this. Keep capping, I'ma leave you toothless. What? You're so dumb to choose this. Yeah, I'm going outside, I make it work. I'm in my bag, that's every purse on my back. It's got your girl, she got it. She make it twerk. And why you mad? I got her first. You say you rap, you got a verse. I say the swag, you probably hurt. Back to the lab, you gotta search. On my conscience, commando. Pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, don't pretend. Think I might have found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it.
Why these boys so stupid? Counting me out now, I'm counting my money. I'm probably gon' cop me a new wrist. Y'all gon' think I'm a nuisance. New style, know me, who this? Yep, I made some improvements. Me and the gang been bowling. If y'all gon' think we the coolest. LSA say we got clips. We bout to make it a movie. I make a hit I can't miss. Damn, the trust might sue me. The way I be stacking my chips, stack it up, probably the bank gon' sue me. Watch your man go dumb, go stupid, cause your mans can't fool me.
On my conscience, commando. Pulling up with clips extendo. That's no game Nintendo. I don't ever run out of ammo. I'm gon' need me a benzo. No fake friends, don't pretend. Think I might have found my 10. Posted up in my tent. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it. Watch your man go down, go stupid. If you're the best, then prove it. Got no words, be quiet, stay moving. I got a bag, won't lose it.
minimum effort. Yeah, your coach getting severed. The industry tries the desert. Do whatever it is that you think that you're doing, I'm doing it better. Straight double use this my ladder. Don't got no snakes, only ladders. They trying to figure out what's on our plate. Infinity sideways, we already ate. Skipping this basics, skipping this classics. Stay out of trouble, now I can relate. Nevertheless, thinking I'm doing great. I just finished the scene, ain't no debate. You ain't my dog, you ain't my family. And sure as hell, you're not my mate. Yeah, I take my face at the summit. I can't wait till we count in the hundreds. I cannot lie, I ain't rich. Yeah, but when I see my son coming, it's coming. And some of y'all got ahead of me. To be honest, I wasn't even running. Very soon I'm on running. I demand it, man, I want it. Push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn it into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. It's going down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard, ayy. They not gon' like this. Don't like surprises. I cause a crisis. Man, I'm a scientist. With the music, I spice things. Up to my liking. Man, I want nice things, nice things. That's not an AK, it's a nosy. I pull up and shoot it to movie. I'm chasing the bag, not a Gucci. I can tell with the fake, now it's Gucci. Word of my name from the 0 to 1. You count see shots and I count to guns. Some people still think I rap just for fun, but soon they look up to me just like the sun. Yeah, you can come over here. Swear it's like no career. Swear you got no idea. So you have no career. Take a good look in the mirror. They need to know that I'm here. Don't you act like it ain't clear. Yeah, push start, ayy. Ball so hard, ayy. Raise the bar, ayy. Turn it into a star, ayy. Play my part, yeah. I ain't too far. I do it big. I keep it large, okay. Live it up. This is fake, better give it up. Young, but I feel like I've seen enough. Numbers going up, better keep it up. It's going down, better live it up. About too hard, ayy. What about too hard, ayy? What about too hard, ayy? About too hard.
Intel can bring Marvel's Avengers to life with in-game PC optimizations. Supercharge your Marvel's Avengers experience with Intel Core i5, i7, and i9 processors.
If you want to know what you're good at and, well, also what you suck at, check out csgohub.com. Coming!
Just faster than you. Just faster than you. It's been a while, yeah. Safe to say over here. Still it feels like I saw you every day. Tired of hanging around the ones that always need an explanation. I don't need to every day. Explain myself, don't hold it against me if I'm somewhere else. Put all the masks that I had on the shelf. Wish I could say, but it's bad for my head.
ESL Pro League is brought to you in part by Intel, Gaming Malta, Euronics, Mountain Dew Game Fuel, CS Money, MSI, GGBet, and America's Navy.
Big Clan taking on Heroic as our second game of our 9th day on the 10th of September. Just one day shy of being really easy for me to keep track of the days, but it's okay. I'm over it. Chad's here. He's going to nurture me to good health. He always does.
You get like on the front of the car there, I can put up like the days as we drive into work on the rear vision mirror.
The amount of times I start a sentence with conviction of ESL Pro League Day, and I don't even know it. Why have I said day? Why are the words coming out of my mouth if I don't know it?
Well, you said it keeps you grounded, right?
Yeah, day 9.
Day.
It is, yeah, but
That's the thing with the, like, you know, how many times since there's been accident
That
calls.
is exactly what I need. Yeah, no, perfect. But let's get you guys equipped for this one. Let me hope you've got all the tools in your arsenal to enjoy this game to its maximum capacity. And this is where I just basically turn to Chad and in one way or another say, talk.
We said day 9. Can I bring up another 9?
Yeah.
Cloud 9. Oh! Ex-commentator, still housemate, Henry Greer. Well, he's wanting to take the juggernaut on with a Colossus, apparently. So he signed his first player, Alex, former in-game leader of Vitality. Earlier in the year, took a step back because of the travel. Well, travel doesn't really exist right now. And he's back in a very big way. Captain, in-game leader, and rifler of the team. But check this out.
Look at that.
Yeah, so
He
Henry...
just slammed on the table, hasn't he? Just a bit of a...
He's trying to change the landscape here. This is a big deal, ladies and gentlemen. The fact that they're announcing publicly the amount of money, you know, all the details that we would never usually find out.
And I want to make sure we reiterate before anyone starts trying to do the math, they open up the calculator, just so you know that includes buyouts as well as his 3-year salary. So, you know, you have to do the math there.
He'll be buying me a meal next time I see him, though, Alex, won't he?
He certainly will. Alex is definitely not going to be complaining for the next 3 years. That's a 3-year deal, and he's picked up one of the premium pieces of in-game leader beef that's on the market. Yeah.
That's a big investment as well of time. I mean, the amount of times we talk about contract length, all this stuff we theorize, we guess Cloud9, Henry G at the forefront of it now, that's a huge...
So weird to hear us say it.
And I want to let people know at home, I'm in the back room and we're here listening to teams talking, especially teams who are struggling trying to get in-game leaders. Other teams, we're trying to get Alex. Henry's actually pulled one out of the back pocket here by snatching him up. And speaking of Snatchy, well, he's not in either of these squads. So the German team, Sprout.
But he has planted a seed, Henry, and from sprouting seeds to Big Clan, they picked up some real hard hitters in Keto and Searson. And I'm going to be honest with you, I can't believe this is the truth, but I actually haven't seen or casted Big Clan since they made those roster moves.
Yeah.
So me and Lauren in the same camp. This is our first look of the Big Clan.
Okay.
Perhaps a little more exciting because Big for me was always the story of, oh, they could upset with all their hard work, but they haven't got the fraggers to really convert in a playoff situation.
It's got B with another quarter.
It's got B. It's 7 frags in the half, but
those are all really good points though, because God B rubbed off obviously a lot on Tapson, who is now the in-game leader of this team. Tapson is still one of the best fraggers within the German team without, and then the 2 new names that you were mentioning, Keto and Searson, they're also very, very handy hands. Now, more so with Searson, I think, than Keto. Searson as the AWP, even as a scout player, someone who's been able to get an absolute truckload done. And you can see some of the legends of the past on the screen right here. Dennis isn't with them anymore. Tizian is, though. And that was some of the names that were left over, with Zantara as the Turkish star still in the mix. So he's an AIM star.
And I love the fact that no matter where I went, the Xantaris peak, it's just like a global phrase. No one understood why in the other games I cast, but people are like, yeah, that's the Xantaris peak right there. I was like, all right, well, everyone knows this guy's character. He's a personality, and I really wanted to see Big at Cologne, and obviously they went out pretty early, which was a little bit unfortunate because we never got to see them.
No, I mean, the conversation, I'm so glad it has changed from being, will Xantaras ever manifest the success he had with Space Soldiers over on Big Clan? I think we're kind of over that now, Chad.
Yeah, for sure. And there's obviously lots of question marks in the beginning when he first came to this team. Language is an issue, right? He's Turkish. Was he going to be able to speak English? Are they going to speak German? I think there's a mixture somewhere in the middle. But it's all been working, at least as far as the tail end of the first season went. They were able to grab the #1 spot. They were able to be the #1 team in the world, whether it be online or not. And then they bounced back into this half of the year. They actually picked up a victory over Heroic earlier at the DreamHack Summer Open. And we have Heroic on your screen right here. They picked up the Cologne game, right? So as we continue to look at how these two teams have been developing, there's a similar storyline. And this similar storyline is, within the realms of online, it feels like anybody can be #1. But it's not about climbing to the #1 spot. It's about being able to hold on to it. And Big and Heroic, with some recent wobbles, maybe they're not holding on to it.
You're right, and I think when you talk about those wobbles, I think my personal opinion of Heroic was very much, we talk a lot of high point, and obviously whatever happened with, Hunden coaching, all of this stuff, but they've started to bounce back. I've started to see a little bit of that confidence, a little bit of, these individuals still finding their footing. We haven't seen them falter just yet, and that's what I was waiting to see.
It's not about getting knocked down, it's about getting back up again. Rocky!
It's a game of inches.
Yeah.
We can do the Al Pacino speech. No, but honestly, I think because online Counter-Strike is in such flux, it's very difficult to maintain that, right? And everybody's giving 110%. Really? No, they are. Everybody's giving 110% right now. And as you have, and the Vito's, right? Dust 2 is going to be gone. And Train's going to be gone. Those are the two bands. These guys have played against each other a lot in recent times, ladies and gentlemen. So the map picks, I'm not quite sure. Last time round we had Inferno Overpass. The time before that it was Dust to Inferno. And the time before that was Inferno Overpass.
So Inferno's looking likely.
Yeah, potentially. Maybe they want to leave it until a little bit of a third.
I rage.
So Heroic, they haven't been able to beat Big in any of those last 6 maps that I was talking about. So this is another shot. They're having another try on a new map. Overpass staying in that. That's a consistent factor of at least 2 of those series. Now Inferno still is in the pool, but okay, so Heroic have removed it, which means that it's going to be between Nuke and Vertigo. Probably go towards
Big on Vertigo.
Yeah, I was going to say it's probably going to go towards Nuke. So we've seen Heroic starting to get better against G2 on Vertigo, so probably just wanting to keep that one out of the pool. Mirage is an interesting one. And Heroic, we've seen them be very handy on that map. We've seen them be able to maul with their riflers. But I always think about Big, is at least when it was with Gold B, they'd always have some really nerdy, quiet executes. But now that the team is, I want to say, a bit more frag heavy with their players, the Mirage is a great map for them too.
I want to look at Heroic as well. They had some really quirky plays. Inferno comes to mind with that 5-play stack, these mad aggressive plays, these very characterized rounds that come out. So I think this could be really fun to see too. I don't want to say similar, but they both have these very unique personalities to the way they play that not necessarily I've seen from other people, but I don't know hands-on experience with Big yet.
Yeah, and I think that is influenced on my prediction as well. We'll start running through them. But
I went with Big.
You went for Big?
They've won the last 6 maps in a row.
Okay, I mean, fair play. I mean, I haven't seen the evidence, of course, other than the numbers on the screen. Lauren, what was yours?
I went with Heroic because they're the teams that I've seen, right? I've got to go with the devil you know, I guess.
Okay, you've all
Rush is flowing with us.
I'm not usually the odd one out.
I think it's easy for us to kind of get behind the Heroic train, not necessarily from a romanticized standpoint, but let me just look at their recent results as well. It was the G2 win I saw that definitely incited to confidence, but I am seeing a couple of nasty reds there. I lost to AGO and I lost to Ent.
Yeah, and I think that we might see a couple of wobbles here today because this is a bit of a bogey team for them. As I mentioned, last 6 in a row, all going the way of Big. 3 series, 6 maps. It's been looking good for Big against the Danes.
It certainly has. When we get into game, flying through Mirage as we prepare for Big versus Heroic. The first of this best of 3, the second game of our 9th day. Myself, Pansy, and Sponge hanging out. Excited to see Thompson as well as Searson. Of course, good to see them still having, I think it's safe to say the firepower advantage might very well lie with Big if all their players are online. But I will remind you, I've seen Nico, Stown, Tessus, Borup, all of them are definitely hungry to develop and to continue to prove themselves. Keto's about to find his first fight, and wow, very clean. The fact that Bomb hasn't shown there, that could be enough to sell the fact that that was just a lurk. I'm intrigued to see how this one plays out.
I see Sound instantly with the flash to hand that gets put away. I think they're trying to sell that. Now, I think you read it right. You see the smokes coming into. This is all but a ruse, and that bomb still stays in place, but so does Keto. He's not falling off this either. Nico's on the way around to maybe try and support it. The stack in CT. Okay. Now, Keto has finally fallen away. They might have heard the steps. I'm not too sure if they did, but Tessa's keeping them busy, keeping them pinned in, and Keto's fallen for it.
Yeah, they have completely eaten the bait, gobbled the hook, and Stown survival is key. It's integral. With his P250, does go down, but now the bomb will too. Keto from short. An opportunity, and he keeps hitting these one bangs. It's real clean. Tessus is going to put the meat grinder onto Tapson or not. One Tapson. And there we go. Cadian will fall. And that will be a big time conversion.
So just to run everyone through some of the past members on Big that you maybe are forgetting. Obviously, Next was on the team for a while. Gold B, he's no longer on the squad. I think he's still part of the Big management over there.
He's over on Valorant now.
Oh, yeah? He's playing some of that?
He's popped over.
Okay, well, it's good to have somebody with that kind of a big brain involved in that game. Maybe he can help you guys out with the flashbangs.
Easy to hit the watermelon heads for Gold B in his old age.
Now, Toby is actually the coach of Big. For those people who aren't aware, Toby's taken over the role of the coach of the squad. He came from Sprout, and he always looks like a very stern gentleman. Nice beard,
Yeah, no, that was my review too. Nice beard, stern gentleman. Yeah. No,
I don't speak German, so unfortunately I don't know what he says. Like,
yeah, no, I have the problem of every time I hear German men speaking English, I just assume them being more rude than they are.
Yeah.
Because
their language is stern.
Precisely, and they're very direct with their speech when learning the English language.
Now, Sirison is one I want you guys to watch with the scout. One of the best scout players in the world at the moment, at least by my read. Someone who can make it work in any circumstance.
Are we talking like MBK in its high point, making the scout look viable? Sort of like, you know, one and only?
Using it to jump and
yeah, the
exploit that
dirty
back in the day. Sirison is using it like a very, very fast AWP.
Ooh, sexy stuff. Well, that's exciting, isn't it? I wonder if he's good at time. That's a unique nade. But Tabson does find Cadian. So already, a lot of the threats being quelled quite early.
Oh, don't mess with Tabson today. Seems like he got out on the right side of bed, softened up tests for the scout. The aforementioned scout hero that is Sirison. There's another prime example. These Deagle and Armor squandered. Tizian about to go in the smoke. He does catch a glimpse. It's enough to convert. And 4 players still standing as they do convert their second round. It was Deagle Armor from Heroics, so they will be forced to stomach an eco.
What a throw.
Strong arm and peeking on the obscurity from the nade.
These Weet-Bix this morning, or Weetabix for present company.
Thank you.
What did you call it?
Weet-Bix. It's the same, we just took a letter out. Loza, of course, we're going to shorten things in, mate. Yeah, guys.
Yeah, you've got to expect short things from Australians.
Hey!
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 That's the soundboard. The soundboard would be great there. All right, it is just going to be the pistols, a couple of P250s, Glocks in play.
Imagine a bomb plant, Chutney. They're trying.
Dream.
Imagine if somehow Keto starts rotating off B, and they are, and Cadian was walks on in and gets that bomb plant. Cut to Cadian, cut to that plant, and Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt. They have managed to get a bomb plant of none other than a full eco. That's not too shabby. If he gets 1 kill here, takes a full M4. I mean, this range, it is a one-shot headshot. He needs something, but yeah, that's the end. And they're not going to complain about that at all. Unfortunately, neither will Big. 3 frags on an SMG. Tizian going to pocket himself $1,800.
Real clean as well. 5 alive.
Oh, he's rhyming, he's adding. He is He is the full package here.
We sat outside, we got some vitamin D in the break.
Oh, the sunshine is just a magnificent creature.
Isn't it just?
I understand why people worshipped it.
Yeah, I still do.
Exactly.
That is my god.
Like, I think I'd rather.
Directly associated.
The good food and catering, which has been absolutely bang on.
They just say the way to a man's heart is his stomach.
Yeah, well, they're nailing
He's
it.
in love with the catering.
He is.
Like.
Honestly, he keeps flirting with him.
Well, you walk in and
let me put my plate away.
bashful.
Hey guys, I'll put your plate away as well. Like, it's just more excuses to talk to him.
God, why are you constantly in the catering room?
He's just obsessed with Noah's catering.
I love these nerdy nades we're seeing from Big.
Yeah, there's plenty of them.
Nice aggressive round nades and Tizian. Well, they're not softened up enough for this to do anything more, but he's anti-flash.
Ooh, baby. This is a good sign of things to come. Cadian. Oh, he's in a perfect position to catch. Taps in on the peak. He does just catch him through the window. Still down low, but still functional.
Me.
Down low, but still functional. Literally mood.
Keto and Tabson, though, I think this one's out of the realms of possibility. They did get the AWP at least, so that's a nice little bit of recovery.
Say what you want about the M4. It is a more satisfying kill.
That's
silence M4 or the... Oh.
It's like the USPS, right?
Tabson really needs to hold on to this one here.
He should be fine. Looks like he's made the right choice of picking his poison between middle and T-spawn. And Cadian's not going to get too inquisitive now. So Tabson to preserve the AWP. Looking at the money chat, we are going to be seeing everybody equipped.
Yeah, and if you're Big, you're not too disappointed with how that one went down, especially saving that AWP here. And the reason is you went for an aggressive play with the bonus guns over towards the ramp, and then you gave up some picks after that. So it's not the end of the world. Obviously, every team wants to get a 16-0 in the back pocket if they can. Let's just find off a few frags for Keto here, doing as much damage as he can economically. Cadian with a couple in the round. And
Nico gaming with the door open. Don't know how I feel about that. I always like to make sure I'm in my closed gaming environment.
Maybe he lives alone, so he can just have his...
I mean, that's sure, but I don't know. I just like kind of feeling safe with the door closed. I guess I'm just weird, but Molly's dropping out. We've seen Borup respond with the flash in kind to maintain control of that ramp room, and so he'll be able to walk on in should he desire. But look at this test for Nico, and he does well to find one, to be honest. They double peaked it, and he goes 1 for 1.
I love the way the conditioning's already beginning. That early use of utility just to claim back ramp. That legs?
A headshot jump peek from Xantares as Searson steps out to draw your crosshair away from the side peek. It's all very calculated from Big Clan. Good to see they've been doing their homework and making good use of the online era.
One of the things that Heroic have done very well that we've noted is faking across the map, especially within these late rounds. Something that we'd seen from them against G2 was mid-control smokes and then posturing, either going cat or connector, depending on where the picks came through. And as we have a minute left, they can actually go for a very similar play. You can see the smoke towards window, one now through towards connector. It does look to me like they want to go for an A split.
But I love the fact they have Tabson there. He can just be their get-out-of-jail-free card if he plays it safe, right?
But also there is a bit of a 2-1 punch with that, where if Searson goes down, Tabson has to retake from ramp. Searson doesn't look like he's intending on going down just yet. There's more where that came from. From the ramp room, Borup arrives. Tabson yet to be able to contribute. He's still faffing around in T-spawn. Searson flashed off, but double kill found. And his smoke CT will cost him his life. Enables the plant.
Let's see how this card works out. It looks like Borup might be considering it already after that maybe a bit of information was relayed, but gets the better of him nonetheless. So the site feels smaller for the T's. They feel a little bit more boxed in, but banking on CT as being their safe haven. Already looking towards maybe Xantares as the first player to fall. They've claimed it. Nice work. Now the other two are jungle and ramp.
Kito's the one advancing. Tabson's got it all set up. Yeah, they could. And he will. 5 seconds start counting now. Oh, Tabson falls off the bomb. I think Heroic have done enough. He can't really contest this. Tester's playing the time. Cadian surviving. Does get the first. And they'll have to retreat. Recovers the AWP. That's something. It's a consolation prize. But Heroic, they handled that well.
Yeah, I think Big, a little bit unfortunate they didn't have a kit there for that retake. That would have really helped. It meant that Tabson could have tried to stick the defuse and they could have covered from a wider angle. This is how it kicked off towards Palace position. So good trade from Searson there, and grabbing another, he's coming through the smoke. That was cool by the side of things at Heroic. As the flush comes through, one goes towards stairs, one goes towards jungle, a little bit of a pounce. And you can see Tessus making sure it can't be diffused in the final stages. And he's happy with that one, old Tessus. He's going to be a hero in some of their matches over within Cologne. Tabson has the AWP out. We picked over towards window, initially smoked on off. This is one of the reasons why warping window can be such a volatile position. You're rotating immediately. If most teams are being diligent with their smokes, it's going to be a B finish as we can see the bomb and flashes heading on through. Nico to entry. Out he goes.
Should be clean. Gorgeous. Nice work for Nico.
Accidental into Quito, I think.
Yeah, I don't think he meant that one, but he'll take it. It'll be, yeah, no, got him. Easy. Bomb plant, let's see if they can keep it nice and clean, though. I'm sure that's high on the priority list, and I don't think they're going to get much challenge out of this, really.
Yeah, you don't need to chase if you're on the side of things with Heroic. You know it's going to be a gun round in the following. Keep all your goodies, don't give away too many kills, don't give over any AK-47s for Tizian and Searson to carry through as freebies. And definitely don't give him a Zeus kill. Oh my god, it's GoldenEye.
It's the golden gun just coming out.
Hey, Rush.
Yeah, what up?
Do you remember GoldenEye?
A little bit, yeah. I did play that back in the day. I wasn't too much of a... What was that, an N64?
N64. I don't think MC would have been alive when GoldenEye was out.
No, probably not, actually.
You ever play Odd Job?
That's the guy with the hat, right?
Short?
He had a smaller hitbox. Yeah. It was what the rats played. I just assumed that would be Rush's choice.
Excuse me?
Excuse me, I didn't
still on the mic.
I didn't realise you were still here.
The mic, cut the mic. Codecaster now. Right.
Yeah, 0 for Stown. Got to keep our eyes on that. Can't have an underperforming player when you're stepping into a boot camp big. I see many fans of the Berlin International Gaming Squad, certainly besotting the German audience. And here comes Kane with a very audacious peek. He wants to make sure the ramp is heard. Or rather, the AWP on ramp is heard. It would be weird if you could just hear the ramp. I don't know what sound a ramp would make. Yeah, maybe. Maybe not.
Nice. It's exactly what you want to control mid. Falls back away from this and enjoying Searson so far. And I think to me, I'm very much used to looking at German sides as not quite being the headliners. And I think it's a new day, new age. They certainly have warranted the respect that they now garner. Double ops in play, of course. So they know Searson was over towards A with his, but now Quito gets to have a little bit of a shot at it too. Plenty of players coming his way. Let's see how much he can do with this one. Very isolated too. No support in question. Can't make it away. Nice play from Stown. In we go. Quick reflex off the back of this. I think Tabson might see maybe one on the cross at most, but he's not stopping.
Oh, he's done so well. He will get swung on, but keeping it level, stopping that bomb from going down, it's certainly a huge contribution. So is that deep molly. All three for the retake just completely locked out. Now they got smokes blooming as well. Bombs planted and contested. Stown's got a smoke to drop towards the kitchen door.
Be safe.
Yeah, that's enough.
It's unfortunate because it looks like it could be a very exciting round if they were to go for it, but the reason you're outlining that utility usage from Heroic, it just locks them out and the clock would be way too low. They can't even be presented with any kills. If it was a situation where it wasn't smoked off and they could posture and wait within that checkers area, maybe somebody from Heroic gets a little bit lackadaisical, they overpick, they jiggle when they shouldn't, and they get taken down and the retake could be on. But now we are looking at percentage Counter-Strike as Big will be holding onto their goodies. The loss bonus is starting to mount right now.
4 in a row for the T's, so...
Catering, see, I can smell it.
It's all he thinks about. Oh, bless. Counter-Strike and a bit of food.
So 2,900 will be the loss bonus going forward for Big here. They should be able to drop some guns. Tizian can drop an M4. I believe it was Zataras who was at the top there. Should be able to buy himself. Be too many issues. And here was the opening towards middle.
Nice.
Just over the top of the smoke. Nothing crazy to write home about. But this is great movement. Baiting out the shot and then the instant peek comes down. You do love to see that. That's the teamwork in play.
Makes the dream work.
Have a nice day's back, Lauren.
Oh, we're gaming. We're gaming. It's 4 in a row.
It is indeed, and it's all with bomb plants.
Yeah.
You don't see that too often, Chad.
No, not at all. And actually, I'm pretty sure I just taps him with the Zeus, so maybe they won't be investing into this one. The timeout is indicative that at least they need to have the discussion.
Look at that. Look at the recap. 2 of the rounds they got the bomb down in the loss as well. So we've seen a bomb plant in 6 of the 7 rounds so far. That's indicative of Heroic having an operational T side from the get-go.
Yeah, not too shabby at all. It will be the buy.
Admittedly, it also could reflect on Big's willingness to play retake.
That is true. They haven't really played too aggressive just yet. You've noticed the orbs are a bit deeper. They're allowing them to take the mid control that they want to go for. This is going to be a fake of the mid default that they have been doing straight into an A here. So 3 over towards Palace quickly. Stan will be over towards Ramp. Ooh, he's heard the footsteps.
Nice. This is clenching time. He's worried. He's nervous. He's got players on every single front. Overwhelmed eventually, but Tizian's still alive.
They can't knock Tizian off his perch. They're in trouble. Oh, what? Cadian finds it. That's just nonsense. If Nico can survive, Cadian can support. He does get caught, and that's the end. It's 4. Big Clan. Well handled in the end, and I have to give credit towards Tizian there just for survival, if not anything else. It enabled Cadian to hit a nut smoke shot, but it does buy them time as those frags came in. Let's see Searson again. So getting Tessus. This is the Cadian shot just as the smoke bloomed. Very nice stuff, but well handled by Big Clan. So that's the first. They break the spree. First in the last 5 rounds.
Ooh, they've got the kicker table behind.
Very Deutsch. Sehr Deutsch. Im Deutsch.
Mega.
Mega.
Alright, so Cadian again patrolling with that AWP over towards middle. This time it isn't such a direct approach. The pace change not working in their favor whatsoever. They are set up in posture with the bomb over towards Palace with 3 members again. So this is clearly a weak point, something that they want to abuse, something that they want to be able to flow out onto the site and bully Tizian, who is the A anchor. Tabson will be in tow through connector, so if they can draw his attention or if they can take him out of the equation, maybe they can isolate a 1-on-3 duel on the site.
Tizzy has been really quite diligent. The timing, I thought he was going to be done for, but no! Delivers on 2, that's massive work.
Yeah, nice work on the A anchor. If Borup just walks into the site and blows off 2 heads. Tabson and Searson face to palm. And now suddenly it's a competitive round all over again. Borup's hit pause. Rightfully so, makes a lot of sense. Cadian hoping to catch someone in rotation, but I wonder if Keto mantles here.
Did he see it?
I think he did, just the tip of the head. He's certainly hoping that Keto would have a little look. The reason Borup's positioned here as well is so that they can't convey any additional information as to his location. 30 seconds for the bomb retrieval. He'll get that.
He wants to plant open here for Cadian, who's trying to play the post plant over towards Catwalk.
Keto can contest. Unless you go triple. Oh, baby. Perfect. And the incendiary keeps him safe as well. Flash on Borup to get out of position. Cadian's got the cross though, so he doesn't really need to move a muscle.
It's all on Cadian to hit this shot though. Here we go. Who's the first to go for it? Looks like we've got Xantaras filling up to the challenge. That's life lost. Now, just down to Keto. Able to isolate Borup on the side, so it's game back on.
Smoke on the ground.
Orb in this spot. He doesn't know that Cadian's already moved himself towards jungle. He's peeking towards it. Nicely played by Cadian. Taking the time, moves around. Gets the second kill. Heroic playing a great game here.
Yeah, Bar up there really bailed them out with that quick double kill. I think we might get that on the highlight, but Tizian, I didn't think he was good for more than one there, so he's done more than enough. This is the frag here which opens up the site and turns it into a competitive round. And then the way that they just postured and waited, they got the information that the cities were coming through spawn, and tiny little gap there, but Cadian does everything he needs to do, and that's put Big in a position where they need to go for a save. It's going to be a light buy, as you can see, investment for a couple of the individuals. Deagles across the board, MP9 for Zataras, and this one's fast.
Yeah, they're not stopping. Cadian, the only one to take a bit of a peek. The rest kind of filtering through towards middle. Molly comes in and they clear as they go. Nice on Molly to clear out the corners, ensure safety on this one, but there's still players plenty present around here.
So as the window smoke fades, they could become vulnerable. Certainly if Borup gets some pressure applied to him. Vestas could clear this out now. He does. Finds Innocent. Heroic, well, it seems they're always aware of their win conditions in the round.
Okay, okay.
God, 3 quick kills in middle does force Nico into an aggressive stance, and it's certainly not looking too great now. Tabson recovering an AWP of all things. Keto tank down half.
Down to flank though, Cat.
Come on, down. Let's see if you can bail out your boys. Tabson on patrol, though. Top mid is going to be a huge problem to get
ready
past.
for this.
Let's see if he gets anything. That's one. Oh! Spots Tabson. Okay, so getting back on. It's down to trying to find out any information. Kito's tucked in towards jungle. Nico's mind is on the bomb and maybe considering trying to find Tabson. They've seen one of these two players now.
28 seconds. Nico does get the bomb, but it's Keto waiting time perfectly. Put it all onto Sound. This will be quite the turnaround. This was just a half buy. Big Clan have done enough. Tabson has done enough. 15 seconds. Keto spotted on default. Tabson on connector. He exposes his bottom. Jumps for confirmation. Gets the first. He's got 7 seconds. He has to hunt. 5. Closing the gap. Keto has to swing and he gets the frag. Big from Keto. Triple kill for Berlin International Gaming. Pulls them across the line on the half buy. I thought Heroic had clawed it back. So close. Smallest margins. You saw how long Tabson was waiting in that window, and same could be said for Keto towards jungle. Big plays. Big plays and a quiet celebration. Good to see Big Clan remaining restrained. It's a big turnaround. Puts us once again into the 5-5. Cadian's face does it all.
Very emotive player. You really can see.
So wait for the nades.
They're only flashes, so...
You know the story.
Yeah.
Going for a walkthrough
Just
round.
watch the left-hand side and watch as that lovely stock of Ghiblis next to underneath the weapon starts depleting. The longer this round goes, there's another one. Just watching them all go out. Tizin's getting rid of his flashbangs. Everyone's throwing money down the drain. There's the smoke towards apps now. Watching the money fade away. It's Heroic's plan. And it's so far translating nicely. Stan might want to show something, a little angle to keep him interested. What? Great shot. Searson tracks the moving target that was Cadian. A bomb plan absolutely ideal, but far from possible. As it seems that Searson and Tizian have done enough. Deagle, maybe a chance for a 1-deag. Oh, 2 bullets connecting from Borup. Unable to translate into a frag, so spotless from Big Clan here in round 11.
You notice the way that Searson and Tizian did that? So as soon as Searson takes the shot, Tizian is there to pick up the mess, right? He's the catcher. He's going to catch in case there's a miss. He got the second kill. At that point, if the Palace player comes out to swing onto Tizian, should be the easier fight because you think Searson's over towards Ticket, looking towards Tetris. Well, guess what? Searson's now taken the gap that was left open because Tizian had to fill the feed towards Tetris. So it's just a nice little simple crossfire, but as long as you know the way that the picks are going to go on down, look, you can play some fantastic Counter-Strike like that and put the 6th round on the board. So really, and then you see him reposition, right? So now he's already looking towards the Palace and he's now tucked away from Tetris. So Tizian has that lead. They can't get past Tizian. Simple stuff, good stuff. What we'd like to see, the basics of Counter-Strike. And we'll be getting back underway with the guns here, ladies and gentlemen. So a UMP for power up, that doesn't sound fantastic, and maybe it won't work out that way. A set piece potentially. These are the isolation smokes towards middle.
Ito is away. Let's see if that UMP's any good. Flashed up. Dead as anything. Drake comes out though, but Searson's there. It feels like the trades are so comfortable for Big when it's all going so right.
pressure across the map, though. They have baited out a chunk of utility and taken space. Nico, this duel is insane. He's opened up the A bomb site right now. Look at the push.
That's going to perfectly open the door. Like, the only reason they're getting away with this is because of Nico's ability to lurk and to convert. It's down, pivoting through middle, perhaps a different change of plans. Okay, they want to make sure they actually continue to think it's A. If he kills Antares, this is promising. A chance perhaps for a repeat by Tamsin, jumping to confirm he's alone. Look, Cadian's going to go for a plant. This is ridiculous. It's a 2v2. Nico might even be able to sell that it's an A plant. No one's there to hear the beeps. Yeah, this is perfect. This is perfect. Okay, no, they're cracking it. They cracked the code now. What the hell is he supposed to do with this? Tucking in towards get right. The longer they spend faffing around with the booze, that's info for him.
They do have util, so technically they could try and clear late round. Oh my god, they didn't check it at all. Just witnessed someone getting away with murder.
Well, look, I'm going to paint the picture for everybody here. That's what's so fantastic about the fakes. You sort of drew everybody away towards the A bomb site. Then as they realized, oh dear, they made us look a little bit silly, they now have to clear every single angle because they were not in a position to even know where Cadian first of all had planted for, where it moved to within the post plant, any of that information right there. So Cadian, he's positioned himself in this scenario perfectly. If they've come through kitchen, if they were rotating through one of those positions, maybe it wouldn't have been so great. But he's read this one well. Found himself a nice double kill, and to steal one back after we saw that Keto and Tabson connection for that low buy win just in the previous. Bigger finding themselves able to buy. Heroic are the ones taking the tactical timeout just to talk through their options. Oh, doesn't have a gun just yet. Maybe he won't go with the UMP again. Didn't have an opportunity to even fire a bullet. Oh no, he will. Okay, so good another crack, mate. How's the saying going? Bitten.
Once bitten, twice shy.
Once bitten, twice shy.
That's
that Wham?
Probably.
I just thought
George
it was
Michael. One of those.
Or GM.
That's it. First name
He was a CS player.
From the UK
and he played,
team.
and he played for Infused or something.
Yeah.
Oh, I played for Infused. Chad, let's not fling. Let's chill it out.
Bad way.
Chill it out, Chad.
It was
Chill
just
it
a
out.
UK Orgy new.
Yeah, it's hurting feelings. That's hurt Siriuson's body more than his feelings, but Testis going to make things worse for Antares. It's heading towards Bieber. Keto's present.
Yeah, and Keto can do more than that. He's got a lot to deal with here, and he can jig off the confirm and finds Nico. Maybe another Keto is a turret. Stay away from B. A message he sends with bullets rather than words, but my goodness, that is magnificent. Borab only a UMP, likely going to get caught here on the timing. Tizian confirms. Poor old Cadian lost his teammates, his brothers in arms. And this could be a long one. This could be where we start talking about our favourite Pokemon.
Mine is the dog one.
Now then, Chad. Going to start from the top there. Dog one.
Yeah, I think it starts with a G. Dog Pokemon. I was in the Poke store in Tokyo at the start of the year, actually.
How was that?
It was there was lots of chibis and weebies. I'll give you the hot tip about that one.
Yeah, believe that. Everyone needs to stuff Pikachu on their cupboard gathering dust.
Alex, who's your favourite Pokemon?
Personally, I was a bit of a sucker for the Blastoise story arc. You know, Squirtle into the big kind of cannon shell man.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like Cubone. Sad.
Cool guy.
Cried a lot about that storyline, dude. Oh.
Cubone. He's always crying in the forest.
We found out what the dog one is yet.
Having a look.
Like Jolteon or something?
Oh, yeah.
No, it wasn't that one. That was from Eevee, right? That
Yeah, you loved Eevee a bit. Oh.
Had like the fire pony, didn't he?
Fire pony.
Yeah, there was a.
Flameon.
That's the one. There was a pony that was on fire.
Fire pony.
Jolteon was the.
Yeah, there was a bunch of those.
I don't know like the other generation ones.
First gen. Growlithe.
Growlithe. Oh,
There you
Growlithe
go.
was cute.
And then he went into like Arcanine, I think it was.
Yeah.
There you go. We made it. We got there in the end. And
Psyduck was also one of mine. Alakazam. I like the spoony guy. I like all the
You like the weird ones?
Yeah, all of the weird like whatever they're called, psychic ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Did you ever actually play the Pokemon game?
I think me and my dad sat down at one point and we kind of started faffing. It was like cards, and you had like these little glass gemstones that you used as resources or mana or something. I remember we gave up very quickly.
Yeah, my first card I ever got was I think it was a Dugong. That was my favourite, and my friend just gave me it. I was like, wow, I can trade this.
Onyx was cool. Okay, that's enough of that.
All right.
Round 40.
Here we go. We've got pistols out. We got the...
The full investment. They're forcing at round 14. This is... This is the hero on down, so he's going to have to do a whole lot. They're setting him up for success, though, as he's got lots of boundy Tech 9s going to be jumping around corners before him. That nade looks destined for success, and it is half the health of Nico. More where that came from too, but already they're established, and Nico's peppering Searson down to 14. That gives them some space. There's a world where they can convert this. Tamsin has to be quite the hero. Pretty fast, not there. Down is Tamsin gone, and Caden again on the lurk. Look at him go. Channeling his inner blame F. Goes down this time.
See how slow they were to rotate? They hadn't even left the site. They were still considering B-apps as a possibility, and the bomb was already planted. So once again, the misdirection is left big without a clue. They know it's A. The problem is, they go for this and they lose these rifles.
Yeah.
They don't have any money going into the final round of the half, so this will just be another save. And the crazy thing there is, Heroic literally just led for underpass, and there was a player above them. It was Zantara's up towards Cat, so he's hearing all these footsteps. He's going communicating underpass, 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 and the timing of that nade, it was good, but they were still isolated. And the fact that the individual who was forced forward on the side, I believe it was Tizian, goes down without too much of a fight, that was real trouble. Seriously taking damage, Tapson unable to convert more than one kill, and well, easy as you like. Heroic make a round out of nothing and put themselves instead to win the half here.
Oh yeah. So I'm sorry. I was having a look at the map though. So someone said I like Spoony Man too, and it just made me laugh.
Spoony Man.
Spoony Man.
Yeah, Spoony Man's good.
Abracadabra or whatever, wasn't it?
Yeah, 7-7 though. What a scoreline! This has been quite the game. I didn't know what to expect coming into this. I think they're both in a bit of flux, but yeah, no, I've loved this half, and I think Heroic have. It's the first time I've seen them look really quite good on Mirage. I think we've seen a couple of games where they haven't been able to manifest what we've seen here, but this has been lovely.
Games. Bit of a slower approach here from Heroic off the bat, not wanting to go with the pace that helped them succeed in the previous, and that's a good call because they have the goodies. They're the ones with the utility, all the weapons. You can see again, Tabs and Tizzy on the Deagle. Seriously with the AWP, Kiddo has to be careful on the fading time of this smoke. He might even get flushed out by a Molotov here. They've really poshed it up. Katie looking deep with the AWP. Sound ready up close.
But remember, Kito's been delivering here. His play from a bit lower than here was exceptional. He could do a bit of that again. Does he get any indicators?
Contact.
Bloody hell, he's good. He is really having a game from here. The rest need to step up, of course, because the bomb wasn't heading towards B.
Surely Kito's done enough. If you kill 2 players B and you're playing against Heroic, safe assumption is they're on the other side of the map, and the nades did start flying in response to that. That's nice, easy connect to smoke.
I think Tizian's definitely heard a footstep here, and now he's in trouble. He's been spotted.
Wanting to force him out into the fight. This is perfect play. Searson does well to catch them on the hunt. Still numbers heavily favouring Big Clan, with only 30 seconds. Their options becoming significantly limited. Zantara, a bit of an overstep. He gives them far more room than they needed to give. And now that bomb can go down. Tessus, I'm surprised he's not got to retrieve it. And Searson's caught Nico in the meantime, so now this gets awkward. Smokes will fade. Teammates have fallen. Keto, caught by the wide swing. Hang on. Oh my goodness, Tessus. He's managed to make a 1v3, a 1v1. In the drop of a hat, Searson AWPing, pre-fires aren't going to connect. He's only got 14 bullets for this one. Searson mantling. That's the exposure. The spray's not too shabby. He needs to find a safe haven, and he gets caught with the nade in his hand. Searson just holding the line. He will go ahead and convert. Just making sure he has the kit to save everyone an extra 2 seconds.
I'm thoughtful.
Cheers, mate. It's an 8-7 half, folks. Big Clan just pipping them at the post. And that's only the first half of our second series. We'll be back to talk about half 2.
Heroic looking to break the streak against Big. 6 maps in a row, all one-way traffic for the Berlin International Gaming Squadron. Here on Mirage, the map choice of Heroic, 8-7 down the middle on their T side. Tessus unable to convert there at the final hurdle in a would have been a lovely 1-on-3 and a great way to take some confidence into the second half. Here we are, I'm joined by Machine and Pansy.
Yo!
We'll be kicking off the second half pistol round right away. Tizian and Sirison have the utility. Tizian has a P250. They have some flashbangs and some smoke. So as we head over towards the B side of things...
This is very calm, Chad. I like that.
I just want to make sure everyone at home is feeling good, feeling ready. It's down.
Can I do excited yet calm commentary? I don't know. I think I'll give it a go.
Well, that was pretty nice from Tessus.
Certainly was, and it's a great start for Heroic's campaign. Searson clearly has intentions to set up the B finish, but with 3 CTs currently set up, seems Heroic are certainly well equipped for the big clan pistol round. Moving as a pack.
They're leaving the side open. This could be a problem. It really depends on when the go is from Big, and this smoke is going to be fantastic. This will be over towards the catwalk position, and it should make sure that they're unable to get back and see towards the B side with ease. There really is just the timing right now of when Tessus decides to push back.
Yeah, and that smoke's going to encourage us down rotate as well. And here we go. Smoke's flying through the air. The flashes will follow. Tessus tucked in on the site. Cajuns on the fastest of flanks here, Lauren. Look at that.
That couldn't be better, could it? You want this to be clean, though. We know it's difficult, but he makes the most of it. Sirison goes down, and now they know there's a timer, and it's right behind them. Tessus unfazed on the side. This is beautiful from the CT side, newly appointed, bear in mind. And Tabson goes down without a hitch. Beautifully played there from Heroic. 8-8 already. This is... I feel like I underestimated this game, and I think it's because my mindset is still stuck in yesteryear, but Big have already proven how great they are, obviously, in recent times. And Heroic now showing even sooner that these guys are truly up to par.
Look at the big clan that you had in your mind. It was like Legia, God.
Yeah, it just wasn't there, you know. And I said, I love the idea. I like the concept of Big back then, but this is something else.
There isn't a name that you could put on, you could choose from this big clan roster that you'd feel like was misplaced, and it was always a case that there was 1 or 2 names that we had to make excuses for. Not the case anymore. You know, Tizian was and is a support player, and you won't expect him to be at the top of the scoreboard, but a big part of their play, and he's there for a reason. I'm sure they could justify it if we had the chance to interview them. Tess is catching Tizian though, and these Deagles have softened up 2 more. In fact, you can see Zantara converting the hard work of Tamsin now. Another chance. Tess is doing some great work, but Keto's Deagle, he knows there's another. And Tess is re-peeking into that Deagle. He's not phased, he's not scared. Takes himself an org as well for the trouble.
Okay, so you're saying this guy's the scout master. He's got it in hand. He's got bore up, low HP.
Yeah. But he doesn't have Testis coming through the underpass of an org, so...
Have a little look. He thought about it for a whole second or two, but he's going to have time to probably get the bomb down. I don't know about those after-plant positions, though. That
The
might be a little
scout,
bit
Chad, was very dreaming.
Potentially going to bench, so you can take a couple of different duels, take the scout, be a bit more zippy with it. The bomb will go down. They've now just realised the jig is up. He actually wants to play the postmate towards Cap.
They're looking at A.
You might get a freebie in the back of
God, they
Testis
don't
here.
know.
This is
Now they do.
okay.
They have a smoke, 2 smokes, 2 HPs and a flash. So the problem here is he needs to find a kill before they start defusing.
Is this cross, Alex?
He should find it. Nice shot into the thigh of Borup. Testis has a smoke in the kit. This is when it gets awkward. Okay. Need to fall him off. That's so smart. He had to lose his crosshair. And now Testis just diffused in front of his face. Whoa! 40 chest from Testis. Throwing out the nade, it may have just been a happy byproduct, but the fact that Searson was set up with his crosshair on the bomb, Testis' nade forced him to respect it enough that he had to go and run down the clock. Lovely stuff from Testis. This is the Zantara's dig, and that was the spicy one from Keto. But that nade did save the day potentially, because when he returned a wide diffuse in the guise of the smoke, Sound looked like he was a combination of stressed, depressed, and satisfied there.
Oh, look who's buying back. Big, they don't want to let up. Because it was a one-on-one situation to close things out, they will go for a purchase of their own. It looks like it's going to be a fast B hit. So Tizian, he's pushed all the way up. Nice and close. And the flashes and smokes come out.
Look at that pressure. He knows it's coming. So Tess is going to be called upon. Give me some support here, bud. Soften him up on the cross as Antares does make it down. The rest taking the fight, though. He's done well there, too. Has made Stout probably feel a little bit better about this support on the way. 4 ups there. Through the smoke we go. Xantares now. A 1v4. It's a tall task. And let's see if you can find any more on the way through here. What we have Bore up on the UMP. Okay, but the next two of the big... Oh! Xantares! It's no quick peek, but he does well regardless. Cadian maybe didn't feel like he wanted that pressure, but he handled it well at the end. 10-8. These rounds, Chad, are ridiculously close at the end.
Yeah, and I think we maybe see Big go for yet another force fire. The thing here is, the reason I get so excited about those Xantares kills, this is with the Galil. It's not the AK. He made it look like an AK, just smashing those heads away. Unfortunately, finding himself in the scope of Cadian. And here, this is where, do they want to go again? Do they want to dip in one more time? They'll just go for the partial, so it's a half by territory we're looking at right here from that of Big. Smoke flashes, Eagles, all the good stuff.
He's up. Pace on him. He's absolutely got his running shoes on. He's having a go. Cadian under pressure towards connector. They're doubling back on that. I like it. Oh, I love that. Tabson just cracks it open. Testis now again. Pressure moment for him, but look at this gun recovery they found.
Yeah, I mean, killing the last player in apps, it does mean they're going to probably assume the rotate's coming in, but you have to peek into Tabson and the boost is smart. Oh, he was ready to check it. Missed shot. He wouldn't. They're doubling up on CT. A flash for Searson. Can't catch his down and converts into a frag. Team play on point.
Oh, this is great from Tabson. Up and over. They're not. Oh, okay. I would be re-peeking that versus Northern. Or I would.
You wouldn't. Tabson would.
Testis go again for the 1v3. No. Alright.
And goodbye. Org for Searson.
Interesting T-sided weapon to have, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know how I would
don't know how I'd feel about that one.
Yeah, like, it's not great for jiggling, really. Maybe if you were picking ramp with it.
Sure, yes, yeah.
Gets you a better fight towards spawn. Money's broken on the side of things from Heroic here, so they are going for the force fire. It's Eagles for them. They want to see if they can do one better than Big. Just winning around like that with only pistols, it was just the limp in. Oh, seriously, not a run boost. So he's here quite quickly, and there you go. Nico not expecting that timing. Normally the smoke looming as the Orpa is making it towards the top of middle, so this is good stuff. 20 kills for Sirison.
I mean, you highlighted this guy at the start to be someone to keep an eye on, and it's certainly the case. He is truly looking quite comfortable here. Now, I wonder how they try and crack open the shell that is kind of surrounding middle at the moment. There's the flash in. Has a little bit of a peek on it. Does really nicely. It's down towards Tabson. Yes, they have been able to strike back, forcing out the molly towards Connector. Maybe T-side feeling a little less like they're in control here after all of that.
I think Big really need this round if they want to have a stead in the second half. Losing this one here, they will still be able to buy going into the next, but this is a
compulsory.
It should be a sewn-up round. I know Deagles in a force buy is very scary, but if they're losing these back and forth, well, simple math dictates, ladies and gentlemen, Heroic will get across the finish line with 16 first.
Yeah, but you can see the strategy, right? Testis is pushing B. He'll be calling and translating all that information over. Caden's playing incredibly passive on A so as to hope that the clock gets to a point where a cheeky frag on a plant can translate into a round victory. That's the corner Caden spent his entire round in.
Really at one with the brick wall now.
Yep. Flank is coming quick from Testis here, so it really comes down to when the Big want to hit and the chaos on the side.
This looks good, Chad. This looks good for Heroic. I'm getting nervous now. Big Clan are going to have to win their duels and win them fast, and in the chaos of having to get that bomb down as well. Look how unannounced they are. Now Down makes an appearance. That was a bomb carry. It could not have been a better frag. Now Searson. Here comes the flank. Zantara's distracted. Need a clean. Oh, no, Testis. Oh, he squandered it. Caden, however, does recover. And now he's back in the server. Testis sends Tizian right out. It's all onto Searson. Great movement. Bomb planted. I think it's planted for him. It is on his side of the triple box. And they don't have a single smoke. So this duel from Searson. He's set for 3. He's already got 3 under his belt. 1 more required. Cadian. And he can't defuse, no kit. They just saved the day. They put their money on the right man. Look at this, and he wins the round without touching his keyboard.
Gonna get the orb, so there's one positive.
You'll take that, but...
Yeah, and it was messy, right? If Testis doesn't fluff that kill, maybe a little bit of a different round. It's not like Zantara's had too much of an impact after this. This was a run boost to kick things off at the start, just so we get to the window a little bit quicker.
No, by hook or by crook, that is nutty.
So this is the whiff. You don't...
It happens.
Yeah, but he followed it up nicely. He recovered, right? This is what we... This is, you know, when they're doing the gymnastics, Lauren, and they land on the mat, they always take that one step. That's the one step. He's done the one step. The judges, they're not getting a perfect 10, but we'll still give you the 9. Yeah, he's going to... Yeah.
It's all gravy. What's the money like here? So he had the orb left over, or picked up, should I say, by Katie after he got that kill, but the round was gone anyway. So I want to see what he does with it. How can you bring this into play in any sort of sustainable fashion? Obviously, a one and done's fine, but you don't want to lose that thing. It's a lot of potent power to it. Searson on the other side as well. He's been pretty spot on. 22 kills already. As Nico goes maybe out looking, tries to maybe offer himself up as a possibility. Spots a little bit of info there that the bomb is towards top mid, so maybe Cadian considering that and now can approach it from whichever way he wants to. I want to see how they use this thing.
Yeah, I was curious right there if the big players were going to bloodlust because they've seen a USP. Oh, USP cat, you know, let's go, let's take him out of the equation, let's put some pressure on him, but they've used it as a warning sign. So now it's slow, sauntering back over towards the apartments, taking control of the palace area. You've got Tizian in swing right now. He's currently underpass, but his job will also be to deal with the B players, B pushes, and the rotation is coming back in. So Cadian will have the AWP over towards the A site in time. Goes a flank going to come in from bar up yet again. And Stown is the only other one with a pistol, which may be deadly. So that would have been dropped across from Cadian. This round is still interesting. Oh, he's just spotted Tizzy in there. So Barham having more information than he probably should at this point. And that's the AWP. Not able to
dings. Here comes the flurry of frags. This time, CT's actually still finding frags. Cadian surviving. Let's not forget the AWP is in play. Dunk down to low.
3 seconds.
Yeah, that bomb needs to go down. It's still sitting in the middle of the site. Cadian could win this still. That bomb needs to be planted. Keto hoping the frag is given to him. It will not be gifted. A good flash, though, does buy him time to set up. And Cadian had a chance. Onto Zantara. Stown's found 1, 2 missed shots. Stown, can he save him? Dig him out of this hole. He needed 1 bang. Oh, he's low now. 1 bullet would do it. Can't find. There it is. War of attrition. Zantara's is low too.
Zantara seems almost unhittable at times. These boys are struggling. But would they find him? Previously, it was kind of towards dark. Now, more towards default. Let's position be noted. No kit, of course, on the CT side. No armor either. So it's all in on this. And Zentaris by 7 HP, has it?
That was close. That was very close. It was just USP as a saved AWP and a saved Eagle, and they still managed to get it down to a one-on-one situation. So really, really good stuff from Heroic here. Even though they're unable to convert, we want to paint the positives. They're threatening regardless. So as we move forward, that is 11 on the board for Big, but the guns come out now. Will Heroic be able to mount something a little bit more potent? He's going to be frustrated with that one right there, and you can see it here on Stown's face with the space above his bed. He's in our universe.
Interesting smoke. Coming in from the other side of ramp. We spoke about that before. It's down pushed up. And actually, it does catch Hampton very early in their mid-aggression. That's a rare change of pace.
Look at the space they've taken at A. They're already up Tetris. Barab had no idea.
Where does this gap come from? Is it deliberate? Yeah, it must be. Oh, and Nico aggressing through the connector has plucked out one. Now two back turn is silence. Now added and spread to Cadian as well. He's been silenced, and now with Searson going to set himself up for that. The bomb can go down. That's going to be responsibility of Searson to recover it over towards the ramp room. Tessa's hoping and praying he gets a freebie through jungle, but doesn't seem to be the case just yet.
Wait, he was this side? I thought it... Okay. Starting that, now the 2v2's a bit uncomfortable. Xantares was pushed up for almost the whole ball, and now Tessa's called upon to deliver. Xantares has been of 22 HP.
Oh! What?
Glorious. Okay. Absolutely glorious. Flashes himself on the peak, but it's enough for the pre-fire. That is a big 11th round for Heroic. Yeah. It's Down's contribution again, just playing up by their own smoke. It's quite the punishment, then Nico gets the timing on them. Really solid across the board. Down even spotting another player there, and Tessus does manage to find himself this final frag. Just the one shot before he looked to retreat.
Well, the force fight back from Big here. But that's not great on the Heroic side of things. UMP's in place, Down aggressive. Sees nothing. Kessler spotting a couple over towards B, might get the rotation coming on through. We can see Nico now popping through window over towards the B side to help. Looks like a fake will be going into the side. Smokes and flashes go over, but they're not committing.
Okay, takes their own medicine to an extent here. Team pivots after the silence that followed. Connected with some fast P250s, a boost wind. Smoke indicative of an A hit. Stan's going to push it. And look! Keto found another in the mini. Caught out by the Nico jump. Missed his. And an ace. If you couldn't do the you. Let's see. Can we cut to like, yeah?
Yeah, they've heard it. Did they? Wait, I don't think EDR.
Oh dear.
Oh, look. What?
Get him there.